Good afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. The 2025 NFL schedule was released last night, and the Titans will officially open up in Denver for Week 1. The home opener at Nissan Stadium comes Week 2 against Matthew Stafford and the Rams. And the Titans were one of just 3 NFL teams, along with the Browns and the Saints, not to be scheduled a primetime game. Tennessee baseball begins its final regular season series tonight on the road versus a top 10 Arkansas team. The Vols have lost their last 4 weekend series and look to end the regular season on a good note. Tony Vitello making a change to the lineup starting rotation, giving Marcus Phillips the Game 1 start tonight. First pitch is at 7 p.m., and you can catch the Vol Network call the game right here on The Zone. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three Town 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. It's hot, 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 hot out there. Steamy. Babsy's here.
I'm in the building.
There is that. You okay over there, Babs?
No, my chair's too high.
I was wondering why you were giving me a crazy look.
Who sat here?
Was that like, I don't know, the Three Little Bears or what's that nursery rhyme?
Yes, Goldilocks.
Goldilocks? With the porridge? What are you doing?
I don't weigh enough, I guess, to get it to go down. Oh, there it goes.
It's going very slowly. Look at her. You're disappearing very slowly.
How are you, Mayor? We
I'm
missed
good.
you yesterday.
I missed y'all too. And yeah, that reminds me of Homer Simpson. We keep bringing up the Simpsons lately for some reason, but Homer Simpson was trying to get away from an angry mob, and he got into a float in a parade. They were like, there he is. He's getting away very slowly. It's kind of how you were going down
Very slowly.
the chair. You look nice. What's up?
Oh, thanks. I'm going to a work dinner with my husband.
Sound very excited.
Yeah, that didn't sound very
It
good.
really didn't.
I get to go to a work dinner with my husband.
Yes, there we go. Slay Dog off today. He'll be back tomorrow.
He's speaking in Knoxville.
That's right. Remember when we did that live on air? When we were trying to figure out when his speaking engagement was, like a couple weeks ago? You were out that day,
I don't remember
Babs.
that.
But we did it, and it took him forever to figure out when his speaking engagement was.
They did it yesterday as well, and he had to look it
I
up.
said, oh, where are you going? Who are you speaking to? He was like, I don't know. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry for asking and putting you on the spot. I thought, I don't know. Maybe you would have prepped for it before, 12 hours prior.
Slay has all these reps, man. And this is what you were out this day, too. This is actually the same day. This is what Zeph was trying to apply for, was, I don't know, concierge of Slay America.
His assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, I would never want that job. Are you kidding me? He's got so many balls in the air.
Yeah, I might have to quit this one to be,
Yeah.
Slay's
seriously.
full-time assistant.
Would you rather be Slay's full-time assistant or Babs's full-time assistant?
Ooh. Yee.
I mean,
What do you
I'm
think?
easy over here.
No offense, but Slay, because I feel like he parties a little bit more.
What the hell?
She just gave you the stink eye.
Yeah, I know. I didn't really.
Like I'm boring or something?
No, I didn't say you're boring. I said.
I mean,
compared to Slay is I'm done. I'm digging a hole. I'm sorry.
Normally, I would just
about
break
10
in.
feet under right now, Zeph.
Or 6 feet, for sure. Normally, I would break in and help you, but I wanted to see how you might get out of that.
I
did not.
I couldn't find it. I dug about 10 feet down. I looked up. No handholds.
Uh-oh.
I was just thinking how I still haven't even turned in my expenses for the UFL game or beach volleyball that I worked. And that was a long time ago. I need an assistant.
You do.
Come on, Zeph.
So I always get nervous when Will Minkoff texts me.
Uh-oh, what?
with Nashville severe weather?
No, Will. I got a birthday party on Saturday outdoors.
He said all he wrote was, have me on tomorrow. That's all he wrote.
I almost cussed.
I think I saw somewhere where there are potential tornadoes tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are you me?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a
Is it gonna
marginal
rain
risk.
tomorrow?
Yeah,
even
like
know.
severe weather.
Tomorrow?
This is why when the Nashville severe weather guy texts you, have me on tomorrow,
yeah.
that's all he says.
Yeah, thunderstorms tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Most of the day. According to the radar.
I'm telling you, man.
What about
we need
Saturday?
We need to have better control of Mother Nature.
Saturday.
Like any control.
It's
of
like,
Mother Nature.
like I told you yesterday, right now it's showing like early morning. But you said your party's in the afternoon, so.
Yeah, it's at 2.
Outdoors? What kind of party is this?
It's a pool party.
Oh, okay. Well, you're fine.
As long as it's not lightning, they can swim in the rain.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Hop in the rain, 4 and 5-year-olds.
615-737-1045 if you want in. The schedule is out. So the Titans schedule, no primetime games. Which I know a lot of people kind of alluded to this yesterday, that this would happen. But it is happening. No primetime games. Number 1 overall pick. You're not going to put him in a primetime game. Not one?
That is what surprised me. Even just one. It's Cam Ward. It's the number 1 overall pick, and it's a quarterback.
You guys good with that?
No, I'm not. I think it's bunk. Just like the weather.
Would you like to know why they didn't get a primetime game?
Well, they're not good.
Well, because they stink.
Well, this is directly from the NFL VP of Broadcast Planning.
I read this quote. Go
Mike
ahead.
North.
Yes. This is Mike North. With,
I'll start with Tennessee.
the NFL.
We kind of had this
We've had
adage.
him on a couple times, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We
He's
kind
really
of have
good.
this adage that you play your way into prime time. You don't draft your way into prime time. So the Titans are one of the teams that don't currently have a national television window assigned. But that's when things like flexible scheduling are for. And if you look down the stretch for the Titans, they play San Francisco week 15, Kansas City week 16. They've got the same opportunity every other team has to play their way into a national window.
They're one of only 3 teams without a primetime game. Come on, Mike.
That
I
last,
think
that last quote was dumb.
That is complete bunk.
Yeah, just say they're not good, so we're not putting them in a primetime window. I mean,
Until
the
they
Browns
earn,
and the
until they earn
Saints.
it.
Okay,
The
yeah.
Browns and the Saints are the other two.
Exactly. No,
Browns
but
and the
look
Saints.
look at some of the teams that do have a primetime game.
Yeah, all the
They
other teams.
stink.
29 teams.
They also stink.
Giants have one.
You remember there
Jacksonville
used
has
to be
one.
the rule that they had to have the primetime game. I talked about it yesterday because it was always the Titans and Jags on a Thursday night because
To
they could
knock 'em
cross
out
off
off.
two of them that were not.
Knock them both out.
All right,
Yeah.
here's the breakdown of primetime games by team.
There you go. Talk to me, Seth.
The most in the league at 7 is Kansas City.
Right.
Fair.
Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, we saw that coming. Number 2 is Dallas with 6.
It's Dallas.
It's Dallas.
Yep.
Jerry Jones going to pay his way into
America's
that.
team.
No, I mean, their fan base is ridiculous. I get it.
It's ridiculous.
5, Miami,
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, Detroit,
Atlanta.
Philly, Washington, Buffalo, the Chargers, and San Francisco.
Atlanta?
Yep, at 5.
Okay.
With
I'm sorry.
Phoenix
How
Junior.
did they play their way into 5 primetime games?
Nothing against Atlanta, but yeah,
With-
I'm
5.
from there.
5.
That's still bunk.
With 4, you have Baltimore, Cincy, Pittsburgh, Houston, Denver, Green Bay, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, the Rams, and Seattle.
Denver.
With 4?
All those have
Houston?
4.
Houston?
Cincy
Texans?
Cincy didn't play their way into 4.
imposters?
Yeah, but they've got star power.
Yeah,
You got
they've
Joe
got
Burrow
Burrow.
and Jamar
And
Chase.
Jamar Chase.
Yep. I'm okay with that.
3, New York Giants, Vegas, New England, and Chicago. I don't-
Giants and Vegas have 3.
I don't know
Okay.
how any of those played their way into multiple
None of them
primetime
did.
games.
He should have just said, "Listen, these are bigger market teams, and the Titans stink, and nobody nationally cares about them right now." That's what he should have said. Just be honest. Don't feed some BS line of you have to earn your way to prime time because the Falcons certainly haven't. The Giants certainly haven't.
New York market, though.
With 2,
But he didn't say that. That's my point. He didn't say that.
Well, she's on one today.
If you want to,
on this guy.
if you want to throw out a bunch of BS, and listen, I understand why the Titans don't have primetime game. I thought they would at least have one because of Cam Ward.
But how do the Falcons have 5?
But the Falcons have 5. Oh, but they played their way into it. My point is, I get New York is a big market. Houston is a big market, right?
All the markets are bigger than Nashville, just about.
But then
except
don't
for Green
say
Bay.
that.
Yeah.
So the
In
Jets.
Carolina, Carolina is probably similar.
I mean, most of the markets are bigger than Nashville.
The Jets in Arizona have 2. Indy, Jacksonville, and Carolina have 1.
The Jets have 2.
Right. But
The
they
Jets suck.
You know what? They earned their
Balls.
way into it, because the last time they played in the postseason was what?
Chad Pennington.
20 years ago. They have earned that. Give me a break.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch,
The
please.
F&M Bank Chat is open. One good note, there are 100 days until college football season. 100. That's it.
That makes me happy.
There you go. See, I was trying to get you happy.
Thanks, Mayor.
You've been just yelling at everybody.
I know, because
No, I think she's yelling at this Mike North guy.
I'm just yelling at Mike. Because listen, Mike, we can all handle the truth. I promise.
Not according to Jack Nicholson.
Just say they haven't been good, 1, and 2, Nashville's a smaller market. Nobody nationally cares about them right now until they're good. That's all you have to say. See, you know what?
What?
This is
What?
a bigger, this is a perfect example of the bigger issue in our society. Oh, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We have to be nice. We have to be polite. No, just say what you think.
Well, I would argue with you on all of your points,
Well, thanks, Mayor.
except for one.
Yep. But which one? You know what? I love that you're telling me where you think I'm wrong. Right? See, you're
we had
being
this-
honest.
Well, I'm trying to figure out a good way to say this. In the meantime,
In between time.
who's Gerardo and Amarillo? Gerardo, what up?
Hey, you said Jack Nicholson. Sorry, I had to say it. But okay, it's just funny because you were talking about Homer Simpson,
Yeah.
and literally Steph was the epitome of that gif where he's like backing into the bushes as Don's throwing visual daggers. That's all I could picture. Digging himself a hole. But on the topic of the schedule, man, honestly, I called in this morning with Moan and Will.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect, man. Even if we get no national love, that's fine. Let's earn it. Let's make Cam flex one at the end of the season. Show them that we're worth watching on national television. But I think it's perfect, man. The bye week's at the perfect time. It's the perfect, consistent schedule time for a second-year coaching staff that's trying to get a young core established and in a rhythm. I mean, I honestly think it's good. We don't got no international flights or nothing like that.
That's
At
true.
the end of the day, in hindsight, I think this is going to be a good schedule in the long run.
Well, I
guys.
mean, it's the
But-
fourth
Gerardo,
easiest
that's
based
a
on
great point.
record from last year. Thank you, Gerardo. Appreciate you,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Homer
Also,
disappearing into the bushes is good.
those are great points by him. You got a younger
All of
team.
them.
You're going to rely on some of that youth. You will have a down home schedule. That stays consistent every single week. Although you do have to go to the West Coast a bunch, but and then also just a reminder, Todd Furman said yesterday that less primetime games influences your win total in a positive way because you're not having to, flex, or you don't have a short work week, or you don't have no rest, and you don't have to travel those miles. So there you go, Gerardo. Absolutely.
So the cameras on the Zone TV feed are frozen right now, and the only one that's working is Slay's, and he's not here. It's really funny. Now, here's the thing, Babs, and the one thing I disagreed with you about
Okay.
was that when you said you can handle the truth, because
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
you can't handle the truth, Babs.
That is
And
bong.
Mike North knows that. And so he decided, I can say whatever I want about the national market, and they just had to take it.
Can
And
we
you're
get
right.
Mike on?
We've had him on. He's a good dude.
We have
Really
had
smart
him
guy.
on.
Yeah, really smart guy.
I have a feeling he won't want to come on.
737-1045 is the number. We'll go through the Titans schedule. Again, fourth easiest based on win totals from last year. 615-737-1045.
What's happening, good people? PAI Medical is where you should head to WeGrowHair.com. Want to look, feel, and be greater? All you got to do is look in the mirror and see full head of hair. What if you don't have it? Well, that's the time when you need to hit WeGrowHair.com up. Here's a number for you, too. 615-376-6010. 615-376-6010. Get you a free consultation a day. You're wondering what it'll do to boost your confidence, and you'll understand when you are brushing that hair or you combing that hair, it's always going to be there. Understand that for sure. We grow hair right here in Nashville for almost 30 years with proven solutions that work. No one else in Tennessee has Artist Robotic FUE procedure, and We Grow Hair's high-density hair transplants that give you 2 times more hair in one procedure. Fast 45-minute laser and PRP treatments for men and women, backed by the only company that you will trust for your thinning hair. That's WeGrowHair.com. So head on over, 615-376-6010, WeGrowHair.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport with you. So the Zone TV feed got stuck, and the only camera that was working was the camera that's on Slay's chair. Slay's not here today. He'll be back tomorrow.
He's in the chat, though.
And Slay wrote in the chat, chair ain't got no roof. So Slay's in the chat if you would like to communicate with other members of the 3HL family and or Ron Slay. You can do it. YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
So 100 days until college football season. That does excite you and get you going a little bit, Babsy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can't wait.
The beautiful thing about college football
everything.
now, it's changed so much, obviously, and there's so many things that you can talk about and like, dislike, whatever. Don't step on my lawn kind of things, like all kinds of things. But the one thing that is really cool now, I think, is the number of teams that have a chance to win it every year. Because you can completely flip your roster and be great. If you're going into a college football season and Penn State is the favorite to win it, then you know other teams have a chance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
this is
because
where
they
we are.
always screw it up.
This is where we are. And there's some Twitter page I follow, X page I follow, College Football Daily News or something, and they're tweeting out a highlight of Drew Aller every day. And I'm like,
They gonna run out.
I mean, they're in like day 14. Have you seen this,
No.
Zeph?
I have not.
What the most amazing part of this whole thing is that I haven't unfollowed that yet. Like, I haven't even thought to do it. And
I mean, at this point, 14 straight days, you might as well stick with it.
I have nothing against Drew Aller. Like,
You've got
I think
80-something to go.
a lot of people don't like that guy, but I think he got better when they changed the offensive coordinator last year. And, we'll see, another year under his belt. And it feels like he's played 72 years. Him and Cade Klubnik just won't go away. And here's the other thing about college football. So a lot of people are like, suck for Arch Manning or whatever. I don't think he's coming out.
We don't even know
I don't
if
think he's
he's
coming
going to
out.
be any good.
I think he's going to be great. I really do.
I'm not sold yet.
You're not sold?
No, I talked to.
It's fair to not be sold.
I
just
also
like
talked
it's a
to
gut feel.
somebody who knows football who is not sold.
Yeah. So somebody other than me. Is what you're
that
saying.
came off bad. That really did come
You
off
can't handle
poorly.
the truth, Babs. Maybe I can't handle the truth. I don't know.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah,
I meant somebody who is way more advanced at breaking down film than I am.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
I think he's going to be great, but I also don't think he's coming out. So, like, everybody
why would he?
Like, he's the favorite to go number one overall, but I don't think he's coming out. I mean, both of his uncles stayed their entire college careers. Like, they utilized all of their eligibility.
Different time though. But if he's successful, he already is king at Texas.
Right, and he didn't run off that pledge to Texas when Quinn Ewers came. Like, I mean, he just seems like a different kind of dude. Chris in Smithville. Chris, what's up?
Hey, y'all got talking college football. I'm
Yeah.
the first time, long time. But my thought was, what happens if the Bruins play the Vols in a bowl game?
I mean,
Gloriousness.
if there is a chance for bowl directors to make that happen, and both, like, Aguilar and Nico are both starting quarterbacks for their teams, then we all
It
could
will
see
be
that happen, right?
Phenomenal.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. I like the little laugh on the way out.
Yeah. It's kind of like the little devil on the shoulder.
I'm not positive Aguilar wins a job at Tennessee.
Slay is.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know why.
He's all in.
Listen, all I had to do was watch the entire Clemson game and be a little concerned.
Do you think Josh Heupel, when he came on at the Big Orange Caravan, like the way he talked about Joey Aguilar, is maybe what changed Slay's mind?
No, yeah, maybe. I don't
He
know.
has
But
to talk about him that
my
way.
my take on the way Josh Heupel handled my question about the Nico situation, and those are the words I used, and then he let me finish my question. He knew it was coming. And then he said, let's call it the Aguilar situation. I thought it was a great response. I didn't come away from that conversation thinking, he thinks that Aguilar is going to be the, the
More of
thing
a-
that saves the season.
More of
But
a let's move on from Nico type thing.
definitely that.
Yeah, that's how I took it. I
Definitely
wasn't
that.
there. That's how I took it when I went back and listened to it.
Yep. 615-737-1045. Now Ramon is in the
What up,
chat.
Savage?
What up, Savage? Ramon and Slay, both brothers in the chat. Ramon will join us at 5:20. Big Savagery, Ramon Foster. From Ramon and Will, her weekday mornings, 6 to 10, 615-737-1045. Junior in the Borough wants to talk about the schedule. Junior, what's up?
Hey, guys, got a quick question. Has anybody brought up the fact that Tennessee hasn't been on, like, Hard Knocks to get that national exposure that we would probably get if we were a winning team, but since we're not, wouldn't that kind of boost us up a little bit?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's an interesting point.
I mean,
don't-
Zeph rained on everybody's parade the other day with this
how
thing.
many teams are eligible?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
All right,
Well,
guys.
shoot, there ain't no way they're picking the Titans. They don't even want them to have a primetime game. I mean, no way.
I mean, Cam Ward is getting no respect at all compared to most number one overall picks, right? Like, nobody's talking about him. Is it because he's just a lunch pail guy, like just a work
Yep.
guy, and he's just boring?
Yep. And if you're a Titans fan, you should absolutely love that.
Do you think?
Oh, and also, Cam's like, great, come on. Keep adding the wood to the fire. Let's go.
Right, and they don't need any added motivation, right? Like,
No.
athletes don't need any added motivation. But do you think that they use it? Like,
Sure.
hey, man, further disrespect, right? Like,
Sure. What do you think Will Levis is compiling right now? All the jokes and memes and he can't get it done between the ears and whatever. I mean, he is going to come out with something to prove in the preseason and camp. They drafted a quarterback over you or around you.
oh, for sure that.
I mean, yeah.
So I think the schedule is interesting. The bye week is the first thing I always look for outside of primetime games, but the bye week is week 10, like right in the middle.
Mhm.
Isn't that great?
That's great. I feel like it's been a while since the Titans have had a mid one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, last year it was week 5.
Yeah. Last year was early.
The other thing is they have 9 home games, 8 road games. Okay. This is that year for that. They also have 5 of their 8 road games before the bye. So after the bye, they have 3 road games. That's it.
Which is great because at that point, you'll have a quarterback that'll be less of a rookie.
Yes. Less of a rookie. Yes.
That's a good way to put it, right?
Yeah. There is so 2 of the first 3 are at home. The opener is at Denver. Denver has an incredible defense, right? Like, we could say all we want about Denver, and I don't think they're.
We're going to hit Cosell on it today.
Yeah. And so, okay, I'm glad you brought that up. So Cosell every Thursday at 4:20, and what you and I and he talked about today was let's do the first part of their schedule, and then each week we'll just keep going down the list until we get done. But so he'll break down the Denver Broncos, and you start on the road with a rookie quarterback against one of the best defenses statistically last year, right? So that's a challenge. Then the first home game is the Rams
Mm-hmm.
with Matthew Stafford coming in. And then the next home game, the third game, is the first divisional game, and that's the Colts. And what are they doing at quarterback is one question, right?
Pretty big one.
Big question. But 3 weeks in, you would think that they would have it figured out, but I don't know. So 2 of the first 3 are at home. Then there are 3 straight road games. So they don't have a home game. Like, they have a home game September 21st against the Colts. They don't have another home game until Mike Vrabel brings the Patriots in here on October 19th. So a month without a home game.
And then you got to introduce Mike Vrabel back to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough stretch right there.
I'll say this. His little videos that are out there where he's, like, talking to the team and stuff are really good.
He's always been that.
He's always been that guy. He's always been that guy. And I think, doesn't New England make sense for him? Like, can't you see him doing well there, like fitting in well with that community and obviously having played there and all that stuff? I think the comfort level for him will be great there. I mean, what was it? 5-18 his last 23 here?
It was not good.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Thank you, Seth. Dynamite drop in.
Yep. Dynamite drop in money.
So those 3 road games are at Houston, at Arizona, at Las Vegas.
I mean, they've got some travel now.
Yeah. And then 2 of the 3 before the bye are at home. New England, at Indy, and then the Los Angeles Chargers. 615-737-1045 if you want in. Then the bye. Then you got Houston, Seattle, and Jacksonville. 3 straight home games after the bye. I think that's good too. Like, I don't think you could have drawn this up any better, honestly. Then at Cleveland, at San Francisco. Then you've got Kansas City and New Orleans at home. And you close at Jacksonville, which is listed as TBD flex game.
I do like those last 2 games, the at Jacksonville and versus New Orleans,
yeah.
Because let's say for some reason the Titans are on that playoff edge. Ending the game with those 2 teams is probably best, or ending the season with those 2 teams is probably your best case scenario. Instead of like if Kansas City was down there, or if you had to travel to San Francisco down there. I like the New Orleans and Jacksonville because those are 2 teams that I think the Titans are going to be able to compete against pretty easily.
Maybe replace, like if I had to make one adjustment to the entire schedule, would be replace Kansas City and Jacksonville. Put Kansas City last. Theoretically, they'd be resting people, And like,
Oh yeah.
the Titans, I need to check the win totals and see if they've changed. But that is one move that I would make. And the other thing that's interesting here, only 3 teams have 0 primetime games: the Browns, the Saints, and the Titans played the Browns and the Saints. To your point.
Like you said, 4th easiest schedule.
Yeah.
In terms of win totals from last year.
From last year, yeah.
It's huge.
615-737-1045 if you want in. At 3HL 1045 on X. And if you want to watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch is the way to do that. Thank you, Babsy. What did you think about the schedule?
I think it lines up great for the Titans. Obviously,
do you look at the bye week first, like try to find, figure out where the bye week is first? Yep. Yeah.
And we'll have Ramon Foster on later and pick his brain on, as a player, what do you look at first?
615-737-1045.
And I guarantee you it's bye
week, and probably what's the first game? Let me know where we're going the first game, and then kind of go from there.
Because they know who they're playing.
Right. They just didn't know when.
They just don't know when, yeah.
Kevin in the Borough next up, 615-737-1045. Kevin, what's up?
Hey, guys. First of all, I wanted to say it was great to tune in at 3 and hear Dawn's voice. I wasn't sure if the station had let both the blonde bombshells go or just the one. So, Dawn, it was good to hear your voice.
Hey, you're stuck with me, bud.
Dawn is alive and well.
Glad to hear it. I think as a rookie quarterback, this schedule, with the exception of opening up in Denver, it fits well for what he's going to try to accomplish his first year. I think the lack of a primetime game means he's not under a lot of pressure to play in front of the whole country. He can play his noon games, his 3:30 games, and kind of hide a little bit and learn the offense and get better, and then down the road maybe play primetime, as well as those 4 home games wrapped around the bye right in a row. I think for him to establish some rhythm and get into a rut, you might say, with his schedule during the week, I think this schedule matches up great for a rookie quarterback. Those are just my thoughts on it.
Kevin, you made 2 great points there that I thought. Wrapped around 4 home games wrapped around that bye. That is true. Los Angeles Chargers at home, then the bye week, then the 3 home games: Houston, Seattle, Jacksonville. So, we mentioned the 3 straight road games where they don't have a home game between September 21st and October 19th, a month there, but then they don't go on the road for a month as well. So October 26th to December 7th, those are their road trips during that stretch. And I think it's a good point, too, in terms of Cam Ward. I want to get your take on this. With a rookie quarterback, you're not at home for the opener, so you don't have that hoopla and all that stuff. Like, you go on a business trip to start the season.
Which is helpful.
Don't you think?
Great point. Yep. Absolutely.
Good job, Kev. 615-737-1045.
Not that I worry about Cam.
No, but I think I just think there are fewer distractions going on the road.
Right.
For the opener.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
So, good point there by Kev. Glad to hear your voice too, Don. That was good. Greg Cosell coming up at 4:20. Big Savager, Ramon Foster at 5:20. At 5:45, 3HL bingo card. Things heard during the show that were kind of strange, which happens. Again, 100 days until college football. I'm going to say that probably like 65 times during the show today.
You are.
I
because
saw
it's
that.
The even 100.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. And I was like, oh, dude, we're inside 100 tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again,
we still have SEC Media Days coming up. I mean, that's only 60 days?
Yeah. Less than that, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, somewhere in there.
60 days. It's
mid-July.
It's almost exactly 60. Yeah.
But what's Vandy going to be? What's Auburn going to be?
Apparently, Vegas thinks Vandy's going to be something a little better than they ever have been.
I did notice their win total went up to 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we were telling y'all to bet 4.5.
We were talking about it yesterday, weren't we? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
You weren't with us. We went through all the SEC win totals.
Oh, also the times came out for
online.
the openers yesterday.
Yep. I am going to be fascinated to see what happens with the Vols. Fascinated.
8.5 is that number.
Yeah.
And you have to pay a premium to go under the 8.5. But what would you do?
Oof. I don't know. I'd have to look back at the full schedule again.
That is 8.5 is probably where it should be.
Yeah.
Honestly, because of the quarterback situation.
Right.
But to Slay's point, and this is why
if you have Nico, it's a completely different conversation.
For sure. They're 9.5, and maybe you go over.
Yep.
I don't know. But to Slay's point, and the reason why he has confidence in Aguilar is he explained this last week. He said because of the offensive system, right? Like it's one read, zero read system, right? Like not a lot of decision making. He can run. So those are the two reasons why I think that he's behind Aguilar. I just I don't know. I kind of think Merklinger had a great spring. He knows the offense, those things. But, to Slay's point, the other part of Slay's point is you can talk to your quarterback. They run the offense so quickly that literally they can talk to the quarterback until it's time to snap the football.
Mm-hmm. Now, that isn't always a plus.
Maybe not. Maybe get locked in on stuff and jumbled up.
Well, and if that offense is churning, I mean, you're running a play too fast to have any kind of conversation.
Right. So whatever their play calls is, we need to ask Heupel. Give us a play call. What's a play call? Because some of these play calls are you look at Jackson Dart explain his play call, and it's you're like, okay. Because it's coming in from the sideline.
Yeah.
But so he has nothing to do with it.
Gruden was like, seriously?
Because, well, what if you have something like off of that? And he goes, oh, that's called purple. That's. Crude thought that was hilarious.
Like, huh.
But then you see Jackson Dart in the New York Giants meeting. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
You need to see this. They asked him to go through a play call and get on the whiteboard, and he's smart, that dude. He blew them away, which is why they drafted him and all those things. But, offense is now paint by numbers. 615-737-1045. You want in at 3HL 1045. Thanksgiving Day games. You see these? Kind of cool. We'll hit you with that next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Can't believe we're talking about more severe weather and storms coming tomorrow. Blah. A lot of people in Franklin, Brentwood, south of the city, even over Metro Nashville a little bit, are still dealing with hail damage from last week's storm. And maybe that's you, and maybe you know that there might be damage to your roof. instead of randomly picking a roofing company, called North Point Roofing Systems, local here to Nashville. Their offices are in Brentwood, right in the Maryland Farms area, and they are your premier go-to roofing company. GAF Master Elite Roofer. Top 1% of roofers have this added training and label. It's based on the training they do. It's based on background checks. And they are also the largest. GAF is the largest shingle manufacturer, the best warranty in the business. North Point Roofing also warranties for 5 years their workmanship for any roof that they do. So go ahead and reach out to them online. They do free drone inspections. I'm getting one next Tuesday after that hailstorm hit our house. I'll let you know how it goes. You can do the same. They'll come out and do a free drone inspection. Nobody's on your roof at all. You can do it online too. Website, northpointroofingsystems.com. Go check them out.
Will Minkoff, by the way, you were talking about severe weather. He's going to come on tomorrow at 3:45. He said timing, the way it looks right now, and things change, obviously, but he said after 5 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll talk severe weather with him tomorrow to Dawn's point. Looking for office space that matches the level of your business? This July, eSpaces is opening 2 premier locations, giving them 15. Cool Springs at Corporate Center and Brentwood at City Park, designed for professionals, teams, and entrepreneurs. eSpaces offers private offices, meeting rooms, and team suites and beautifully designed, move-in ready access with 24/7 access and monthly flexibility. Discover why more businesses are choosing eSpaces. Explore all 15 locations at eSpaces.com. That's eSpaces.com. Talked to someone yesterday that was working remotely at eSpaces yesterday because the office place was too packed and loud, and home same way. So you can go to eSpaces if you're looking to do that. And again, they've got the new locations opening up: Cool Springs at Corporate Center, Brentwood at City Park. Private offices, team suites, meeting rooms, fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. Want to check it out? Tours available now. Reserve your space early. Visit eSpaces.com. That's eSpaces.com.
Whether you're a homeowner creating your dream space or a pro managing multiple projects, discover a new way to shop at Ferguson Home, where great ideas become stunning spaces. Ferguson Home is designed for the way you want to shop. Explore the best selection of bath, kitchen, and lighting products online, or experience items firsthand in one of our showrooms. Our experts offer personalized support every step of the way. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. Shop top brands like Visual Comfort, or find your local showroom at fergusonhome.com.
Two Rivers Ford announces employee pricing for everyone. Every tradesman, every dad, every rising star. You pay what we pay. Two Rivers Ford. Locally owned. American made.
Who's Bad? Twin Peaks yesterday. Love doing those shows. Hated to miss that one. The food is incredible over there.
It was so good. I always get a steak salad.
You started to yawn. What are you thinking about the NHL playoffs?
Yeah.
They are going on right now.
I love them too, man. I'm telling you.
For anybody that doesn't know, we were having a conversation. Do you still have that? So
I'll have to find it.
We had like a late night or some event the night before or something. I was exhausted. I couldn't stop yawning. And we were talking about how great a hockey game was. And right in the middle of a yawn, I said,
I came to you
I
about
know.
it. Did you watch it last night? You're like, oh, yeah.
Playoff hockey,
Playoff
yeah. So, like,
I'm telling you, though,
it was completely not on purpose.
It's fun, man.
But
those games are
very
fun.
funny.
And the other funny part is Hadley came in here the other day.
What in the world?
And she sat on your lap, and I asked her, what's your favorite sport? And Slay thought for sure she was about to say basketball because you've been telling
Uncle Slay plays hoops. Yeah.
Yes, and you've been talking about how she likes to watch the NBA before she goes to bed and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's your favorite sport? And I meant to play, so I was thinking that she was going to go down like the gymnastics path or the soccer path. Nope. She goes, hockey, which I was like, what? Had she ever seen a hockey game?
Yeah, she's been to Preds games.
But were you shocked when that happened? Like that came out of her mouth? It's not like you've got the NHL playoffs going, the Stanley Cup playoffs, excuse me, going on your television at night every night,
No,
right?
we've put on basketball every night. And that's what she says. Oh, basketball. Put on basketball. Yeah. I don't know why she said hockey. I guess she was going back to her times that she's gone to Preds games.
So Carolina plays Washington tonight in D.C. Carolina can close the series out. They lead 3-1. And the Stars and the Jets in the nightcap. Mikko Rantanen, man. Unbelievable. Dallas with a 3-1 lead there. I think they're going to win it all. In the NBA, that's what's coming up in the NHL tonight. And then in the NBA, and honestly, like I'll put like $20 on a game or, you know, a player shots on goal or something like that. So that's why I'm watching. But then, man, I've gotten so into it. The drama.
Hockey?
Yeah. It's awesome. I mean, I'm sitting here on a freaking NHL rant right now. Sean Henry, where are you at? You need to call in. Thunder and Nuggets going on in the NBA tonight. OKC can close out the series in Denver. That one's been fun to watch just for the simple fact that SGA and Joker go nuts in every game.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nuts. 615-737-1045. At 3HL1045. It has been good. I was going to offer to you guys the Thanksgiving slate. You ready? Okay, here we go. Even if you're not, I don't know why, if you're ready, because I'm doing it anyway. Packers at Lions on Thanksgiving Day. Chiefs at Cowboys, which will be good. Bengals at Ravens. Divisional matchup there. And bonus Friday, Black Friday, NFL football, Bears at Eagles. Coming up on Thanksgiving and the day after. Speaking of Thanksgiving, we're motoring through 2025. I mean, have you thought about it? Like, it's almost June.
That's nuts.
Isn't it?
Yeah. We're 100 days away from college football, Mayor.
Damn right, Babs. Damn right, Babsy. 615-737-1045. Primetime game. So do you think the Titans are good enough? Do you think they have the impact with the quarterback to get some primetime games later in the season? Like, are they going to be that much better than Vegas thinks?
It depends on the pieces around the quarterback.
I would argue that, okay, number one, we've talked about the competition in the wide receiver room. It's not the greatest wide receiver room in the league, right? But there are 13 dudes battling for roster, like 53, right? Yes. Or practice squad. So that's a lot of competition at wide receiver. They got better at tight end, right, with Gunnar Helm as your number 2 tight end, with Chig getting much better. If you look at Chig's stats toward the end of the season, he really came on last year. And you've got a rookie quarterback situation where we've seen dramatic turnarounds, right? Like we saw it in Houston. We saw it in D.C. The one key element that I haven't gotten to is how much better we all kind of agree, and we say it softly as to not disrupt the aura around the football world, but we think that the offensive line will be better, right?
Yes.
So with all of those things, can they make that jump that Vegas doesn't anticipate, that Mike North and the people in the NFL that didn't give them a primetime game don't anticipate? Can they make that Houston DC jump? Because think about DC, man. DC had been awful forever.
I know, but
forever. And they've had good rosters from time to time. But man, that was I almost said it, Schiano show for a couple of decades.
Can I say this? Their roster around Jaden Daniels was better than this Titans roster.
Better, but
right
I would argue, okay, so Scary Terry, he's got Scary Terry. But the Titans have Calvin Ridley. You know what I mean?
Do you don't think...
Maybe I'm putting more faith in the Titans run game, too, to be better this year. With the improved offensive line, and I think another year of Pollard and Spears hopefully being injury-free, right?
I still think you can't say that the rosters are similar.
We said
the support staff.
They were better up front.
We said yesterday when we were going through Don's question about how long until they're consistently
if Cam Ward
good.
Hits, yeah.
If he hits, and we put Cam
Slay
Ward.
went 2 years, right? It'll take 2 years.
I went 3. Don and Slay both went 2.
3? Good Lord.
And,
You've got an aircraft carrier. Things move quicker than that in the NFL now.
I mean, I see why you said
or they can.
And that's including the rookie season. So
that's including this upcoming season.
But I think where we put Cam Ward in terms of category compared to other rookie quarterbacks of recent memory is more on the Drake May, Caleb Williams side than the CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels side. And not because of Cam Ward himself, just because of what the Titans roster is right now and what he's walking into as pieces around him to help start him in his NFL career.
I think they could be much better this year.
They just gave you a look.
I don't think he agreed with our assessment.
No, I was thinking, my brain doesn't move quickly sometimes. It's like I just said, turning an aircraft carrier. That's kind of my brain sometimes. But I was thinking about what you were saying. And I was trying to think about, I have to guard against my own personality type, which is, I always say, there's a line in the movie Clue, and Mrs. White said her husband, who was now dead, he was always a stupidly optimistic man. That's me.
Is that you?
Yeah. You know me.
Yep.
I'm the most optimistic person ever. And so I have to fight against that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to sit here and say, look, man, I'm so sold on Cam Ward that I think that they can make a big jump next year. I think the schedule is pretty good. I love the bye week in the middle of the season. I love that they only have 3 road games after the bye week. I love that they don't have any primetime games. Keep putting chips on people's shoulders. You know what I mean?
That's
so
definite.
I have to protect myself against myself sometimes. So am I crazy?
Can I just call you stupidly optimistic all the time now?
The next line was great. She goes, it came as a great surprise to him when he died. That's a great film, y'all. I know it's an old movie and it's older than most of y'all listening, but it's an incredible movie. You love that movie too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great movie.
615-737-1045. Yes, and the board game. That is definitely true. Tennessee Vols going to checkerboard win. We'll tell you next. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Hi, Dawn. How are you?
Hi.
How are you?
I don't.
You look great today.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Okay. I want to talk about Loan Pronto. Is that okay, Seth?
He's like, he threw his hands in the air. Like, do whatever you're going to do, man. Like, what's he going to do right now? I mean, we're walking the tightrope with no net.
All right. Listen, Loan Pronto, maybe you're maxed out on credit cards. Maybe you're struggling with high interest debt. You can pay it all off in days. Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan gets you cash out now, doesn't touch your low rate, your first mortgage, and you don't need appraisals. You don't have to wait. The Rapid Equity Loan Program is amazing. At Loan Pronto, one Loan Pronto client got $300,000 out. If you own a home in this area, you have a ton of equity in your home. Loan Pronto has instant approvals, low rates, and no hard credit pull up front. Your home equity is yours. You should use it. Get cash out to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home. See how much cash you can get today. LoanPronto.com. Start the whole process there or call them 615-499-5780. 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Woo!
All right, y'all. Car accidents, you know they happen, and they happen constantly. But you have to understand just exactly what to do if you're in an accident, know somebody in an accident, if you happen to cause the accident. Well, I don't know what to really say about that one. But when you're looking for someone to fight for you, Bar Durham Injury Law is the one that you need to be having in the phone. That's right. You had to have them on speed dial. BDIL. Storm in at 615-242-9000. 615-242-9000. Now, everything can be thrown off. Your job, your bills, your peace of mind. That's when you need the good friends over at Bar Durham Injury Law and Blair Durham and the team. That's who comes running. Yep. It's just like the 300. They come and they come in, they fight. They fight all the insurance company, fighting folks, and this is what they do. They've been doing in Tennessee for years. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. So if you've been injured, don't sit around and wait. Call BDIL at 615-242-9000, and they're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you.
Good afternoon. It's 4:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. The 2025 NFL schedule was released last night. The Titans will officially open up in Denver for Week 1. The home opener at Nissan Stadium comes Week 2 against the Rams. And the Titans are one of 3 NFL teams, along with the Browns and Saints, not to be scheduled a primetime game. Breaking news for Tennessee basketball. Tennessee and Illinois are finalizing an agreement to meet on December 6th at Bridgestone Arena here in Nashville. According to multiple reports, there will be a return game at the United Center in Chicago at a later date, which is currently to be determined. Also, Tennessee baseball begins its final regular season series tonight on the road versus the top 10 Arkansas team. The Vols have lost their last 4 series and look to end the regular season on a good note. Tony Vitello making a change to the starting rotation, giving Marcus Phillips Game 1 start tonight. First pitch is at 7 p.m. You can catch the Vol Network call the game right here on the Zone starting at 6:45. For our foundation repair and water improvement needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Tell 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. We've got severe weather headed our way, and Will Minkoff's going to hop on tomorrow at 3:45 to let us know what's going on. He said the window at this point would be 5 p.m. or after in terms of severe weather tomorrow. But we've got cloudy skies now in Nashville. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Man, just zooming through the week. For sure, as Titans players have been on the practice field. Rookie minicamp was last week, just kind of going through all the OTAs. Don Davenport is here, y'all.
What up? Happy Thursday, people. Let's go. I love this song.
You're making me nervous curling your hair.
Why?
Because you've got headphones now on.
Well, I'm not doing it now.
I know, but like if you curl your hair and then wear headphones, isn't that going to affect it?
No.
Don't you think that's a pretty obvious question, Seth?
Yeah, because my headphones mess up my hair.
Yeah. See?
So I don't have as much as you. So I could definitely see your hair getting messed up.
Did you have to wear like a hairnet when you worked at Cracker Barrel before you got fired?
No, I wear a hat.
A hat? Like just a normal hat like I have on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like
that counts.
It wasn't like the trucker hat where there's mesh in the back. It was just a normal hat.
That keeps hair out of the food?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Executive producer of 3 at LSF.
What's up?
Slay Dog is not here.
No.
But there was a camera on his empty chair for a long time today.
There is some Tennessee basketball news.
What you got Tennessee basketball-wise?
So just came out a few moments ago from John Rothstein. Tennessee and Illinois are finalizing an agreement to meet on December 6th here at Bridgestone Arena. They will also have a return game at the United Center in Chicago at a later date, currently TBD.
What are the other Bridgestone games? There are Bridgestone games this year. I love it when they do those. The one-off Bridgestone games.
There's volleyball this year.
There
in
is
August.
volleyball.
Yeah.
That's right. How did the Vandy, Tennessee volleyball game go? I forgot to ask you. Back in the day in Brentwood.
It was awesome.
It was?
Great crowd,
Yeah.
really good game. Yeah. I couldn't stay the whole time because I had baby Babs with me. It's too late. But
great crowd, though?
Yeah, they had to turn people away.
Wow.
It was full. Fire marshal, man.
Let me tell you something. All kinds of sporting events going on. We mentioned the checkerboard Neyland thing will be Tennessee will checker Neyland Stadium on September 13th against Georgia. So it'll be the Georgia game. They've had recent success in those checkerboard games.
They are 3-1 under Josh Heupel in checkerboard games. They are 4-4 in their last 8. 3 of those coming against Florida.
Oh, that's fun. That's a good stat.
What is
you got to do it against Florida every year.
What is the other Bridgestone basketball game?
Every
Kentucky
time.
versus Gonzaga on December 5th.
Hell yeah.
That's a good one.
Gonzaga has no idea what they're walking into.
Oh,
seriously. So that will be jam-packed full of Kentucky fans. That you might as well be playing in Rupp.
So that's on Friday, and then on
Actually,
that Saturday.
probably better than Rupp.
Yeah.
So that's on Friday, and then on that Saturday, you get Tennessee, Illinois. So a whole weekend of college basketball at Bridgestone Arena.
Another Tennessee bit of news. Tennessee, this from On3. Tennessee cornerback Ricky Gibson donated $5,000 from his NIL earnings to his alma mater, Hewitt-Trussville High School in Alabama, to support the football team.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't transfer.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he was going to.
I think it was just an NIL pulley.
Right, because Gerard McCoy was injured, and, I mean, he had leverage. Let's just say that. I mean, when you have leverage in life, use it, because it doesn't come very often. 615-737-1045 if you want in. Again, 100 days until college football. I'm going to say it all throughout today's show. Coming up at 4:20, Greg Cosell will analyze the first several games for the Titans in 2025. That'll be fun. So we'll talk about Denver's defense, for example, going against a rookie quarterback in his first game.
Now, obviously, rosters are going to be different. I mean, there's a Denver guy who now plays for the Titans.
That is true. That is
so roster's certainly going to be different, but you at least know the big pieces.
And the system and all those things, yeah.
So then, what they did well last year, which was sack the mess out of quarterbacks.
Yes, they did. And we'll talk about the Rams, which is the home opener the next week, and then the Colts, and probably get into Houston. We'll probably go through 4 at a time with Cosell, because he does break things down and offers lots of information. We may get through more than 4. I don't know. You could get to at Arizona, at Vegas. Is that the road trip that all Titans fans are going to earmark on this schedule? Like, is that the road trip?
I think that you would want to take, or that it's important?
I think Nashville gets locked in, like the Titans get locked into lots of road fans because people want to come to Nashville. I think the Raiders are certainly like that too, right?
Oh, no doubt.
Because, if you're playing in Las Vegas, that's probably the first. Like, if you're going to do a road trip, you're going to probably do that. Uncle Bob in Spring Hill next up. UB, what's up, man?
Hey, right in. Thanks for taking the call.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, you can answer this, but I hate it. Whatever happened, Caleb, none of my business. But my wife thinks that you need to put Hadley up there. Morning show.
Lord help everyone.
Ramon, Hadley, and Will.
No, hold on. I backed it up. She watched that the other day. It was just precious. So,
when Hadley was on with us, she did a full segment.
Thanks, Uncle Bob.
Yeah. Okay. God bless y'all.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Thanks, UB. Baby Babs likes a mic.
So is she up for the morning gig? Is that what's going on?
I will say she is like the happiest let's go morning person ever, but she likes to slow walk it though. She wants to slow walk breakfast. She's super happy, but now if you try and be like, "Hey, we got to hurry or go," it's not pretty.
Yeah.
Just like her mom.
Right.
She likes to slow walk it.
Right. So
that would not work well with the morning schedule.
Having said that, and since UB brought it up, we do wish Kayla the best, and I told her that this morning, and I know you did too. But we wish her the best in her next path. We'll say that. 615-737-1045. Jake in Brentwood. Jake, what's up?
What's up, BD?
Hey, what's up, Jake?
Esquire gone?
Yeah, he is on a speaking engagement in Knoxville.
Okay. I got you. Well, I'm just sitting at the reservation, chilling out in the teepee with a stogie and a toddy. I think that's where your people sent us after the Trail of Tears. We ended up at the reservation somewhere, Oklahoma, I think, is where I'm at.
Jeez,
Jake. Gosh, Jake.
Trail of Tears is over. Mother's Day is done, and I'm just in a teepee weeping.
Yeah. Well, you got Father's Day coming up, Jake.
No, nobody cares about that.
That's not on me. That's not on me.
What was the Tim McGraw line? I'll be in my wigwam beating on my tom-tom. I didn't know what he meant by that, but maybe you do.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of tears. There was a lot of tears, mainly my wallet. it won't even let me touch it anymore.
Did she enjoy her A Moment's Peace gift card that you stuffed into your back pocket and sat on it?
Yeah, I mean the ribbon was a little bit smushed, but
Yeah, you
all
think?
in all, the message was there.
All in all.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you want a ribbon or do you want a massage?
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, the ribbon got a massage, I guess, but.
Fair enough.
Yeah, with glutes.
Okay.
You're on one today, Jake. Jake and Brent.
I know. It's good. Y'all good with the schedule? Everybody good with the schedule?
I think it's a great schedule.
I think it's a great schedule.
Now you just need a team, that's
I
good
think
enough
it's
to
BS.
go through it.
No
can play
prime
it?
time, but
They actually can play it? Yeah.
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 A team that can actually play it, yes. Take advantage of it. How about that, Jake?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds solid.
All right, well,
Sounds solid.
Cosell's going to come on next and break down some of those games.
All right, well, ask him this.
All right.
Over and under 5.5. No, he's a film man. He's not going to analyze that. Never mind.
He will not.
We'll tell him you asked, though.
It's all about the film.
And then give Coach Matt hypotenuse.
Jake.
You're not on.
laugh.
You're not on drink one, are you, Jake?
Nah, we're good.
We're good. All right,
All
brother.
right, have a good weekend. Be
All right,
safe.
man, love you guys.
Love you, dude.
Be safe. Listen, I'm like, oh, okay, have a good weekend. Like it's already Friday or something. It's Thursday.
I
Sorry,
mean-
guys.
It is Friday for you.
Yes.
It is like he went on that bizarre analogy of Trail of Tears and reservation and TP and drinks and cigars. I don't know. That was something. All right, Cosell next. We'll start to break down these matchups and kind of go from there. And we'll do that next. 3HL 1045 The Zone. If you have foundation repair issues, waterproofing issues, I've got the company for you. United Structural Systems. They are the best. USSTN.com is the website. United Structural Systems, a foundation repair and waterproofing company that has served the Middle Tennessee area since 1994. And maybe some of the waterproofing symptoms that you have, and again, we have severe weather coming tomorrow as well. So be on the lookout for standing water in your crawl space, musty odors, cracks in your basement floors, hardwood floors that might be cupping. If you've got these issues, your house may be trying to tell you something. Putting off a moisture issue in your home is bad for your health and could lead to more expensive repairs down the road. When USS comes to your home, you are getting problem solvers who provide peace of mind to their customers, which is the homeowner. You're not getting someone who is worried about meeting a sales quota or upselling the next big thing, but someone there to educate you and help you understand what's happening with your home. At USS, their only measure of success is how satisfied the homeowner is, not a closing ratio. More than 30,000 100% satisfied residential customers is what they're working with. Homeowners trust USS. USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS 615-488-7855. USS serving Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, and Western Kentucky. Online, USSTN.com.
All right, y'all. Car accidents, they happen, and they happen constantly. But you have to understand just exactly what to do if you're in an accident, know somebody in an accident, if you happen to cause the accident. Well, I don't know what to really say about that one. But when you're looking for someone to fight for you, Bar Durham Injury Law is the one that you need to be having in the phone. That's right. You had to have them on speed dial. BDIL. Storm in at 615-242-9000. 615-242-9000. Now, everything can be thrown off. Your job, your bills, your peace of mind. That's when you need the good friends over at Bar Durham Injury Law and Blair Durham and the team. That's who comes running. Yep. It's just like the 300. They come and they come in, they fight. They fight all the insurance companies, fighting folks, and this is what they do. They've been doing in Tennessee for years. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. So if you've been injured, don't sit around and wait. Call BDIL at 615-242-9000, and they're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you.
Shout out to John Bon Jovi, if he's listening, in Nashville all the time. This is a hell of a song, Blaze of Glory.
Yeah.
From Young Guns 2, which was much better than Young Guns.
Didn't watch it. That's one of the few sequels.
You're right. Again, my hottest take of hot takes is that the most recent Top Gun is much better than the first one, and the first one was incredible.
Yeah, you did like the most recent one.
Yeah.
Haven't seen
That's
that
a hot
one
take.
either. Hey, real quick before we chat with Greg Cosell,
Yeah.
another chance for you to win tickets from 104.5 The Zone, 615-737-1045. These are 4 tickets to Game Terminal's 4th annual Beer Fest this Saturday. Caller number 5, you will win those 4 tickets to Game Terminal's 4th annual Beer Fest. Get ready for a day filled with beer, cider, and alcohol tastings, games, fun, and excitement. You can buy your tickets if you don't win them right now for $40 or $50 at the door. Beer tastings, a gift bag, a swag bag included with each purchase, and a portion of the proceeds go to the Nashville Humane Association, which is awesome. Love the Nashville Humane Association. You might check out that event. Game
Maybe
Terminal's awesome.
There's a lot going on this weekend around town, but that is a cool event for sure. And that's my guy Patrick that I went to high school with that runs that place. So
so random.
I might need to
hit him
swing
up
by there. Yeah. Greg Cosell joins us now as he does every Thursday, and Cosell, the NFL schedule came out yesterday, so. Let's roll through some of these matchups that the Titans have. How are you?
We got the whole season figured out already. What everybody's record is going to be.
Right.
Yeah, and it's bunk that the Titans don't have a single primetime game, Cosell. Not one.
Well, that probably doesn't surprise you, does it?
No, not really. Well, I'll say this: I thought they would at least have one because of Cam Ward.
Yeah. I guess that would be the only reason at this point. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
what if they go to a great start? Maybe they'll be on Sunday Night Football later in the season.
Yes,
that
that
if
is
they
a possibility.
get off to a great start.
Maybe that Chiefs game, right?
Well, so the opener is in Denver, and so you've got a lunch pail quarterback that's a work guy, right? Like going on a business trip. I think that's actually probably a little less distracting than opening up at home, which has nothing to do with film evaluation. But Denver last year made a jump, Cosell, obviously with Bo Nix. And it's funny because, like, you called that marriage of Bo Nix and Sean Payton months before last year's draft as a good fit, and it turned out to be that way. He almost threw for 4,000 yards last year, Cosell, with 29 touchdowns. They were much better than I thought they would be. They were 10-7, got into the playoffs, lost big in Buffalo, but kind of saw that coming. But in their last 15 games, prior to the last 15 regular season games, they were 10-5. What is it that Denver did last year that impressed you on tape? Because their defense was really good.
I think that most people know about Bo Nix and how that worked. I think what probably hasn't been talked about enough was that their defense was very good too. They have a lot of young players that are really good players, like Nick Bonita, who came on, third-year player out of Oklahoma. We know about Patrick Surtain, who it seems like he's been in the league for 10 years, and he only came out in 2021. And he's universally regarded as the best corner in the league. They have players who are not well-known players, but who are very good players on defense, like Brandon Jones, a safety, a really good player. They signed Dre Greenlaw from the 49ers. They signed Hufanga from the 49ers. Those guys will probably be starters right away. Jonathan Cooper, another young player. So this defense is actually very, very good. And they have a veteran coordinator in Vance Joseph, who's very respected in the league. So, this is a challenge for any team. And for a rookie quarterback, that's a challenge. And obviously it's on the road, and Denver's a difficult place to play. But, this is a defense that's a real challenge.
Yeah, just to follow up on that, some of the stats, these are coming from Jordan Dejani, but ranked first in sacks with 63 last season, second in pressure percentage, 40%, and fourth in blitz percentage in 2024. So not exactly the best for a rookie quarterback to see, right?
And you know what? They'll get Cam Ward's going to get blitzed, and obviously he's not the only one. Obviously, you're blitzing the entire offense and the protections and the O-line. but you know all this going in. This is one reason that, when you talk about young quarterbacks, is you want to be in a situation, and we don't know any of this now because it's only May 15th, but you don't want to be in a situation where you have to have Cam Ward in this given game, really in any game as a rookie, but in this given game where he has to drop back 40 or 45 times, because then it's just going to be way too hard and it's not going to look good.
So now one player they will not have on Denver's side because he's now a Titan is Cody Barton. What do the Titans get in him? Like you kind of look at stats and all of that. I almost feel like he maybe is an underappreciated
second leading tackle
player. Yeah, that people maybe don't talk about him. But what are the Titans getting in Cody Barton?
Yeah, he's just one of those really solid linebackers. You wouldn't necessarily say he's an impact player in that he's a great blitzer or he's going to make those kinds of plays, but he's just a really solid player. He's it's funny. They obviously had Kenneth Murray for a year and he's gone. It's what you were, when they signed Murray, because he's such a really good athlete, you were hoping he'd be an impact type player, and it never worked out. With Barton, you know exactly what you're going to get. The way it'll work out with him is he's one of those players that the D coordinator just feels like, you know what, we can trust him. We can put him out there. He'll play all 3 downs. He won't come off the field. That was the case last year in Denver because they lost Alex Singleton, who's back for them this year. But you just know that you can put him out there for all 3 downs. You know exactly what you're going to get. You can make any call, and he's going to execute it.
What do they do defensively under Vance Joseph? Is it exotic schemes that can confuse a quarterback, or what are we looking at?
Well, Vance Joseph is a blitz guy. As Dawn just said, they had the 4th highest blitz percentage. I think that's what you said, Dawn.
Yeah.
But I just know from watching their tape that they blitz a lot. They do a lot of different things. They've got a lot of versatility with their defensive fronts. So, they're just a difficult defense to play against. And then they have guys that can win one-on-one. Both Jonathan Cooper and Nick Benito have shown, certainly last year as they both came on, that they can win one-on-one in terms of rushing the quarterback off the edge. And they move Benito around. They do, like I said, there's a lot of alignment versatility with their fronts. There's a lot to prepare for. Now that the schedule came out, the way teams work, guys, and you probably know this, the way teams work is now that the schedule came out, there's going to spend time preparing for the first game. And normally what teams do is they prepare for the first 4 games, but they certainly prepare for the opener. So the coaches are definitely going to be on that right now.
Greg Cosell with us from NFL Films, analyzing the first few games, at least at this point since the schedule came out. Rams is the home opener. That's in week 2. Cosell, they were 10-7 last year, but 9-3 in their last 12 games. Obviously, it goes through Matthew Stafford. What do you see in the film from them last year?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people in the league, and I would probably agree with it. It's funny because Coach Callahan made this point because he was with Matthew Stafford, I believe, for 2 years as a Lions assistant. And Stafford may be the most underappreciated quarterback in the league. This guy is a really good. If you go around and speak to coaches, they will tell you he's the best quarterback in the NFC. Stafford's just a really, really good player. And, this is a team offensively that's very they're balanced. They run the ball really well. Kyron Williams had 316 carries last year and did not play in the final game of the season. Think about that. That's a lot of carries. So they are really balanced on offense. But again, getting back to the defense, their defense, their front 4 is really, really good with a lot of young players who are just getting better and better. They played 2 rookies, obviously, last year with Braden Fisk on the inside. He was the 2nd-round pick, and Jared Verse on the edge. And he is just as a young player, as good a speed to power rusher as there is in the league as a young player. So their front is pretty good. This is a challenge as well. They played a lot of dime, and the dime player was a player that a lot of people listening will know who it is. It was Jalen McCullough, who's a really good player from the University of Tennessee. So, this is another defense that's not that easy to play against.
Jared Verse, man, that's Yeah, that's the guy that you've been around the league a long time, Greg, and coaches always talk about that jump from year 1 to year 2. That's the kind of guy that can, if you haven't noticed him now you will, right? Like he's destructive.
The thing that normally translates is power. And I've talked with a lot of coaches about this. When guys are powerful, like when I watched Jeff Verse coming out of college a couple of years ago, and he would just run through offensive tackles. I mean, his speed to power conversion was phenomenal. He did the same thing in the NFL because power normally translates. And he's just going to get better and better. And then Braden Fisk really came on last year. Kobe Turner was a 3rd-round pick in 2023. He's a really good player as well. This is a really good defensive front. This is one of those, they don't blitz anywhere near as much as Denver will blitz in the week 1 matchup, but their front 4 is a really tough assignment.
Greg Cosell with us from NFL Films. That leads us, you got a question?
Just for just simplify what Cam Ward does well in his game, in your evaluation of him, for him to be able to deal with blitz.
Well, the main thing, I think for quarterback, and again, I don't know. I actually meant to ask Coach Callahan this during the live install, and I didn't get a chance to. There was so much we talked about, and it didn't come out. Is who's going to call the protections, because they have a veteran center in Cushenberry who's back, and they have a rookie quarterback in Ward. And even though we've all heard wonderful things about Ward in terms of his preparation, his commitment, he's still a rookie quarterback. So it's not just Cam Ward, Don. It's how they want to handle the protections. And they have a veteran O-line now. Keep that in mind. It's a veteran O-line with the center Cushenberry, the right guard Zeitler, who's seen everything, and the left tackle Moore has been in the league maybe year 5, year 6. Mm-hmm. So 3 of the 5 are true veterans, and Skoronski's in his 3rd year, and he's a smart guy. So, I mean, my guess is it's going to be Cushenberry who's going to deal with the fronts and the protections. So now if Ward clearly sees something that really bothers him, he can override the center. That's the way a lot of teams work. But my guess is early in the season, it's going to be Cushenberry who's going to deal with the protections, not Ward.
Okay. Interesting.
Really interesting. Yeah. Greg Cosell with us from NFL Films. All right, game 3 is another home game. So 2 of the first 3 at home for the Titans. And this is a divisional game, and there are questions at quarterback. Indianapolis Colts come into Nashville in week 3. Anthony Richardson, Cosell last year, under 50% in terms of completion percentage, 8 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He is exactly what we thought he was at Florida, just a half-the-field guy. Not a consistent thrower of the football, but put together enough plays to put a highlight reel together to get drafted high, and for people to think, man, this guy really has the tools. I can get it out of him. What did you see with Anthony Richardson last year?
Yeah, he's look, we all knew when he was drafted. I mean, the traits, just the physical and athletic traits are there. And he would make, 1 throw or 2 throws every game where you just go, oh my God. But the problem is he's so scattershot. He misses so many routine throws. He still hasn't really developed a feel for pace and touch. And by the way, there's no guarantee, guys, he's the starting quarterback. So, it could well be Daniel Jones. So we'll see how all this plays out. Obviously they're pretty good at the skill positions. They drafted Tyler Warren in the 1st round.
Yeah.
Their receivers are good. They've got Jonathan Taylor, who very quietly last year was unbelievable the last 7-8 weeks of the season. When he's healthy, he's at probably a top 3 back in the league, top 4. Again, I'm not, you don't need to run through a list. People can have different points of view on that. But the bottom line is that the offense will run through him, and he's a big time back. So, they're offensively, they're going to run the football. It's all going to start there. Defensively, they have a different D coordinator, Lou Anaramos there. He came from Cincy, where it kind of fell apart, but he's a very respected guy. They've got, they made some big changes in their secondary. So it'll be interesting to see how all that plays out. These are the things we don't know in the middle of May. When teams make meaningful changes in a specific unit, then you just don't know how it's going to play out because they signed Cam Bynum, who is a safety with Minnesota, played well for them. They signed Charvarius Ward. I guess this is his third team. They signed him from the 49ers. When healthy, he had a personal tragedy a year ago, so he missed a lot of games. When healthy, he's a really solid corner. So we'll see. I mean, until it plays out, you don't know how all that works.
Yeah, and then obviously, as you guys mentioned, the quarterback issues with Anthony Richardson, Danny Dimes, and
that's going to be fascinating.
They draft Riley Leonard also. So
Riley Leonard in the 6th round.
Yeah.
What did you? I can't remember. I don't even think we ever talked to you about Riley Leonard because it was never.
Well,
really
it's
an
funny.
option.
Riley Leonard's an interesting guy. He's an easy guy for people to say he's no good. I try not to do that when I watch guys. I try to think to myself when I watch guys, okay, what are their traits? If they were to really improve with coaching experience, what could they be? It's always easy to look at a guy and then, and just say, oh, he stinks. You guys know I don't do that. Nor do I say a guy's great. I don't do that because there's so many variables. Yeah. But you know who I thought Riley Leonard reminded me of? If he could reach what I think the physical traits that are there within him, he kind of reminded me of Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, okay.
And, because he's mobile, he's athletic, he's got a good arm, he's
Smart.
big. Tannehill's big, as you guys remember. Standing next to him at the combine and seeing him throw, he throws it well. Now, that I'm just talking about how he throws it. That's shorts and a T-shirt. But obviously, he was not a great executor of a pass offense. Let's put it that way. I don't want to say he wasn't a good thrower. He wasn't a good executor of a pass offense in college. There'd be multiple reasons for that I certainly don't know. I'm not at Notre Dame. But it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. He's a 6th round pick, and he's clearly going to be, start as their number 3 quarterback, and we'll see how all this plays out.
Yeah. I always thought Ryan Tannehill was good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, for a year and a half, he was the number 2
good enough
rated passer in the NFL.
Yeah.
And then they started to have breakdowns in front of him.
Look, we all know that a lot of guys have good years here and there, but I mean, there were a couple of years there where the Titans were, they averaged 30 points a game, give or take. That was the one year they lost in the AFC championship game to the Chiefs. I mean, there was a 2-3 year period there where they were a really good offense.
Yep. With Tannehill running it.
There you go. There's Denver, Rams, Colts. Next week we'll hit on and we'll hit on some players that get signed or whatever. But next week we'll hit on the 3-game road stretch where they're out of town for a month at Houston, at Arizona, at Vegas. So we'll do that next week. Thank you, Cosell. Have a great weekend, my friend.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
There he is. He's Greg Cosell. 3HL. If you want to comment, 615-737-1045. That Colts quarterback situation is going to be interesting with Danny Dimes now there. And then they do, as we talked about, they did draft a guy also. So Anthony Richardson taking himself out of a game. By the way, I think it was the Chargers. Did you see their schedule release? And it was like a go-kart game.
Yeah.
And when the Colts came up, Anthony Richardson took himself out of the race. It was amazing. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Well, I tell you about my friends at Brentwood Jewelry. They are located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Check them out online, BrentwoodJewelry.com. If you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer is Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection in watches, all of the name brands, man. It's incredible. You can check it out again online at BrentwoodJewelry.com. They're also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, both vintage and current models as well. You can own a fine pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost, and every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance and is presented with a 2-year warranty. Anything you need jewelry-wise, these guys have you covered. The Imamali family, been in business for more than 50 years. Brentwood Jewelry proudly serving Middle Tennessee with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. Brentwood Jewelry here to help you pop the question if you're thinking about getting that done. And making that decision, they can help you. Let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their custom design specialist to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Maybe you've got birthdays happening soon and some of the favorite people in your life, and they can help you out with those gifting responsibilities as well. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. Three and 1045 The Zone. Interesting mix there, Zeph Dog. Did you do that yourself?
No.
Dynamite drop in, Monty.
No.
Nah. Bohemian Rhapsody. 615-737-1045. You want in. Jordan Schultz, he's all over the scheduling stuff, but he also wrote an opinion on Twitter. I think I speak for most NFL fans when I say I'm genuinely excited about Titans quarterback and number 1 overall pick Cam Ward. Leaving him off the entire primetime schedule feels like a missed opportunity to showcase a potential star. Got to give Tennessee at least one. Slay retweeted and wrote, just letting him simmer and marinate. The meal will be ready soon. Hashtag tighten up.
I love that.
Slay dog.
Reminder, this is what NFL VP of Broadcast Planning, Mike North, had to say about the Titans getting no primetime games.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. I mean, you know how this works. We've got probably a dozen schedules in front of the commissioner in that last week. Some of those had the Titans on Monday Night Football. Some of them had the Titans in the TBD pool for Saturday for the NFL Network. It wasn't a conscious effort going in maximum 0 Titans primes. It was more about a mixture of all the rest of what has to go into the soup. You know, you don't draft your way into prime time. You play your way into prime time. So
that's where he lost me.
Right. Exactly.
The Falcons with their 5 primetime, 5 primetime games. They have certainly played their way in there. Jets too.
Jets had 2, yeah.
Definitely played their way in there.
Yeah, he
no
could have
doubt.
done. He could have done without.
You could have left that one out.
Yeah.
Also, like, do the Chiefs need 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do they need 7?
I get what you're saying.
They're following ratings, man.
But yeah.
Like, what's going to draw ratings?
Yeah.
That's what he should have said.
That one I have no issue with. I have no issue with.
Cowboys give him a bunch of games.
Patrick freaking Mahomes. No issue with that.
Not even the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Stop.
How he's playing, it's not true.
Is this his latest hot take? Did this happen yesterday?
No, this is new.
No, I've been on this. I think Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
Currently.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to fight you on that. But Mahomes wins.
Mahomes does win. He does have the Super Bowl, so
it's where you place your value. In terms of talent-wise, though, like, Lamar is playing at a different level right now.
Yeah, and, like, historically, like, over their careers, yes, Patrick Mahomes has been the better quarterback. But right now...
Of course. Pat might be the best ever. Sorry, Brady. Before all is said and done? I mean, did the guy turn 30 yet?
Mahomes?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I actually don't know.
I think he's 29. I think he's 29.
Patrick Mahomes is at the age of 29. He'll be 30 before the season, so September 17th.
There you go.
So
just now 30.
So he's
going to be able to play till he's 40 too.
Right, and he's already won 150 Super Bowls, right? So he's not even 30 yet.
I think I missed 147 of those.
615-737-1045. If you want to watch the show live, you can. YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Nick said, Mayor, was that a fire marshal Bill impersonation? Yes, not a very good one. But that
was like 4 segments ago.
Yeah, way to crack that one in. And it was quick. It was quick. Adam Schefter did something that was kind of interesting. He after the schedule release, he went to Vivid Seats and started looking up game prices, or somebody did it for him. I would be willing to bet, but
you never know.
Never know.
Shefty does his own legwork.
I mean, he works his ass off. There's no doubt. 5 most in-demand NFL games following the schedule release: Dallas and Philadelphia. That's the opener on September 4th, Thursday night. Cowboys at Eagles. $1,743 average ticket price. $1,743. The average ticket price for Dallas.
Crazy.
At the Eagles. I mean, that's one of 17 games. You know what I mean? Like, to go spend $2,000 for a seat. Kansas City at Dallas is number 2. Chiefs at Cowboys, November 27th, $1,491. Packers at Cowboys, $1,295. Ravens at Bills, Baltimore at Buffalo, $1,183. And then to be determined, week 18, Jets at Bills, $1,169. That's pricey, man. You think any Titans home games will get up in that range?
So Funny that you said that. I looked at the Titans home opener versus the Rams on September 14th,
Yeah, what you got?
and I'm seeing the lowest for a ticket is about $83. You can get into the upper deck.
For the home opener.
For the home opener, $83.
What you got, like, down low?
Ooh, let's look out in the bowl. Let's go to the 50-yard line.
You might as well.
I see a row X ad, section 135 on the 50 for $359.
Okay. $359 to see Cam Ward's first home game. Interesting. I mean, nowhere near the prices we just mentioned, but still
hefty.
Still hefty for a lot of people. That is definitely true. This is what I mentioned earlier. So I saw ML Football put this out. The top 25 funniest moments from the Chargers schedule release video. And number one is Anthony Richardson running out of gas and leaving in the middle of the game. They're in go-karts. So he runs out of gas and leaves.
That's funny.
Isn't it?
That's class. I mean, there were a lot. Obviously, the Titans with the side effects and the Browns. And the Jags with jock itch. I mean,
what about the Texans with imposter syndrome?
Oh, that's so
that
good,
was
isn't it?
Hilarious.
Oh, that was great.
They're putting so much work into it. And, like,
it's so funny.
I mean, I think what kind of started it all was Nate Bain and his crew on Broadway a couple of years ago.
That one was huge.
Where the people didn't know the logos. Like, they just asked what the logos were.
Right.
Like, what is this team?
What do you think about the Colts taking theirs down?
I think it's hilarious. See, everybody's so sensitive.
Tyreek Hill said he thought it was funny.
Tyreek Hill. So
for those that didn't see it, the Colts took their schedule release off of social media. They had Tyreek Hill, Dolphins wide receiver, as a Dolphin, arrested by the Coast Guard.
Which is so funny.
So they issued a statement after they took it down. They said the Dolphins released a statement. We removed our schedule release video because it exceeded our rights with Microsoft and included an insensitive clip involving Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill. We sincerely apologize to Microsoft and Tyreek. Tyreek liked it, retweeted it, and thought it was funny.
He said, should have left it up at Colts. This was funny.
Also, Will Levis got hit by a bus and that.
And then was also like eating mayonnaise.
Yes, he was.
Seriously.
It's a tough break.
I mean, Colts might have been number one. Too bad they had to pull it.
Man, that's pretty funny, though. Eating mayonnaise while getting hit by a bus, that's a tough day.
Guess what was in the bus?
Who was in the bus?
Woo Girls.
Yep.
And one of them was throwing up. One of them was throwing up.
Oh, it was.
That's what the Woo Girls do, man.
Unbelievable.
They go till they can't go no more. They are everywhere. Everywhere. All right, 5 o'clock hour.
I remember a Falcons one that was like Game of Thrones related that was really good.
That was last year, right? Or was that this year?
It was 2 years. I think it was the same year as the Bachelorette releasing the Titans schedule.
Big Savagery. Ramon Foster will join us at 5:20. Ramon and Will heard weekday mornings from 6 until 10. And the 5 o'clock hour starts momentarily. We'll be right back.
All right. It is Thursday, which means the local team, Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin, helps us with a trivia question every single week. So thanks to Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin for this. All right. Ready, Mayor? There's no way you're getting this one. It's
really?
No.
Okay.
Who holds the TSSAA girls basketball record for most points in a career since the team started playing 5-on-5?
Tiffany Woosley.
No, but that's a great guess. Nikki McCray.
Oh, Nikki McCray.
Yep, of Collierville. 3,594 points. That was a great guess, though, Mayor.
Thank you.
Look at you. God, you know your old school sports, too. There you go. Brought to you by the Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin, Tennessee. If you have $1 million or more to invest and you want to invest with a local team, call financial advisors Brent Thompson, David Reynolds, Jim Candela, or Robert Reynolds at 615-721-4921. That's 721-4921. See if they can help you achieve your financial goals. For their client relationship summary disclosures, visit ubs.com/relationship summary. UBS Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA/SIPC.
Well, just that time you heard us talking about June 9th, exactly what's going to be going on. And you have to understand that is the Zone Golf Tournament. You have to be there. I promise you. Boswell's Golf Cars, they'll be in the building. And you understand what they'll be giving away? Well, let me tell you. They'll be giving away 4 different holes. They'll give any hole in one, they'll give a beautiful new golf cart away. Now, how crazy is that, people? Talking about deliver. Boswell's Golf Cars is our hole-in-one sponsor at the golf tournament for 104.5 The Zone. So you better sign up and get there. 111 Transit Avenue if you want to go in and go find your golf cart. Like I did, Big Slay will be rolling around with a sleigh. Yes, a sleigh-style golf cart. You don't want to miss it. You can see exactly what they do. Once you touch the showroom floor, they got so many different models: Yamaha, E-Z-GO, Cushman, Evolution, and Icon. So hustle on over. Nashville trusted family-owned golf cart dealer since 1963. Tell them Big Slay sent you to come get your golf cart. Boswell's Golf Cars.
Good evening. It is 5:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. The 2025 NFL schedule was released yesterday. The Titans will officially open up in Denver for Week 1. Home opener at Nissan Stadium comes in Week 2 against the Rams. And the Titans were one of 3 NFL teams, along with the Browns and the Saints, not to be scheduled a primetime game. Breaking news for Tennessee basketball. Tennessee and Illinois are finalizing an agreement to meet on December 6th at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. According to multiple reports, there will be a return game at the United Center in Chicago at a later date to be determined. Tennessee baseball begins its final regular season series tonight on the road versus a top 10 Arkansas team. The Bulls have lost their last 4 series. If you ask Slay, he would say they suck. Tony Vitello making a change to the starting rotation, giving Marcus Phillips the Game 1 start tonight. First pitch at 7 o'clock. You can catch the Ball Network call the game right here on The Zone, starting at 6:45. Party Foundation Repair. Waterproof needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. It is cloudy and all those things, but happy to be here. Happy to be alive. Right, Pepsi?
Yeah, your feet hit the ground.
Yeah, they did. They did.
What up, party people? Happy Thursday.
There's smoke coming off of your hair.
I know, I just curled a piece and I got distracted and left it on there too long.
We do need Fire Marshal Bill in here.
So the station burns down. It's Don's hair.
Yeah.
You left it on too long. So,
Yeah.
like, is this a...
It actually does kind of smell like burning something right now, doesn't it? Yeah.
Does that happen often?
No.
That's where I was
Well,
going.
I mean, how often do I actually fix my hair?
I'm asking you. I don't know.
Not very often.
I mean,
You
not
see
that
me every day, Zeph.
not that I know of.
Yeah.
Not of which I know. How about that?
I
Zeph,
used to.
Zeph Dog does produce 3HO.
Yes, I do. What's up?
He produces it very well, too.
Back when you were
He's very good at his job.
a journalist on News 2, you would do your hair?
Not really.
Not even for TV.
No, that 4 a.m. On air, that was pretty brutal.
I don't know.
4 a.m. will get you, man.
One of your publicity shots that you have of yourself is from back then, and your hair is done very well in that picture.
Oh, yeah, because that was an afternoon photo
It
shoot.
does smell like burning hair in
I
here.
know, sorry.
Holy crap.
What does
Davenport,
burning
get it
hair
together.
smell like?
Come in
It
here and
smells
find
like-
out.
You know what it smells like? It smells like gas.
Smells
That's
like,
what it smells like.
Smells like what?
I'm not going to say that word twice on air.
I didn't really catch
I thought
it.
she said gas at
I thought she
first,
said
and I was
gas,
like,
and then-
gasoline?
It smells like the Jags. Oh, I like it.
Jags fans think Titans fans smell like mayonnaise. I never
Yeah.
understood where that came from.
Okay.
And then that was way before the whole Will Levis thing.
Way before Levis, which is really funny now.
It is funny. Matrix.
We live in it.
We do. 615-737-1045 if you want in. The schedule is out. Obviously, only 3 NFL teams have 0 primetime games. The Browns, the Saints, and the Tennessee Titans.
What did you think about the actual Titans schedule release video? We haven't talked about that.
I only watched it once. I need to watch it again.
I get to a point where I was like, are they going to, tell us what games they're playing?
Right.
Who they're playing, when they're playing?
What was it, Schedule Rizzy?
Yeah, schedule Rizzy. So
Yeah.
if you have football season withdrawal syndrome.
The smell in this room.
I thought it was really funny. Is it bad? Do you still smell burnt hair?
Yeah. My God.
The
Matt
Lone
says,
Phoenix
come on,
said,
Dawn.
gross. Did you bring fish for lunch too? Okay, you know what's funny? On that morning show, I would bring like leftover sushi from the night before.
No.
And
You can't eat leftover sushi? Are you kidding me?
it was from the night before.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Was it
put it in the
wait,
fridge.
time out. Was it raw sushi or was it
Oh.
cooked sushi?
No, it was raw. Oh,
I would have done it, but
Yeah.
I also would have done it. I'm not.
You know how I am with
judging you.
stuff. If just the thought of, spoilage comes into my head, it's gone. No way.
It's kept at the right temperature.
well,
It'd be
so
fine.
Mr. Babs will not eat leftovers.
I love
At
I
all.
love certain kinds of leftovers.
No, he won't do it.
Pasta, like leftover pasta is great.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I'll eat anything left over. I mean, let's be honest. That's how I could survive before Mr. Babs started cooking for me.
Are you the kind of person that eats like lunch food for breakfast?
Sure.
Like you could eat like a cheeseburger for breakfast?
Absolutely.
DHB says he likes the smell of burnt hair, which is
Okay.
an odd thing to
Okay,
know you
DHB.
like.
Yeah, it's actually kind of creepy if you think about it.
Well, how much hair?
That's
are
also
you,
a sentence he probably didn't anticipate writing today.
Yep.
how
You know what I
much
mean?
hair are you burning where you know you like the smell?
Yeah, there are a lot of
Oh,
questions there, DHB. Yeah, so Denver to open. You like the idea of rookie quarterback going on the road, getting out of like the distraction of having to get tickets for a bunch of family and stuff
Yep.
like. I mean, he still will, but not as bad here, I would think, right?
I agree. Yes.
And so just work trip, go do it, and maybe that's a better environment than opening the entire season, your entire career at home.
Yes.
I agree with that too.
I don't agree, though, that it's a plus going to Denver, high altitude.
Yeah.
And on top of it, facing that defense that likes to blitz.
63 sacks last year.
Mm-hmm.
For the Denver Broncos fans. Joseph, we were talking with Greg Cosell about his system, and you pointed out like fourth highest blitz rate. And Cosell said that Vance Joseph does like to get exotic with his blitz packages, and so that is what a rookie quarterback is going to see in his first game. Remember, the Titans had Caleb Williams last year.
Remember the Titans.
I did say that, didn't I?
Good movie.
How about
Incredible movie.
the Caleb Williams stuff coming out in that book?
Yeah, what is that?
Apparently,
He tried to get out of
tried
that?
everything he could do to not play for the Bears.
Oh, gosh. That is not what you want out.
Including saying he wanted to go play for the Vikings.
Oh, man.
And like he specifically pointed out that it was after he met the offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron, is when he realized, oh my gosh, I do not want to play for this team. Now they've since gotten rid of him and brought in Ben Johnson, so good for Caleb Williams now. But if you're a Bears fan and you read this story, are you like, wow, dude? Like, thanks? Appreciate you? Like, I would feel, as a Titans fan, if Cam Ward came out and goes, I did everything I could not to be a Tennessee Titan,
Yeah,
I'd be
and
like,
I wanted to go play for the Colts.
like
or the Jags.
I don't know how I would feel about
okay. When
him.
you put it in those words,
Yeah.
like it's immediate
Like a rival.
disdain.
A divisional rival. Yeah, and it's funny because Chicago has done an incredible job on paper surrounding that dude this offseason. Offensive
Incredible.
line, skill position,
Receivers.
running back. Like,
Oh yeah.
they get out of running back. But DeAndre Swift's good. But anyway, head coach coming over from the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird story if y'all hadn't seen that. DHB clarifies now. He said on YouTube, my mom used to use a hot comb to straighten her hair Sundays before church. It's a very specific childhood smell that I remember.
Okay, that makes more
That's
sense.
a lot better.
Yes.
with
Thank
context.
you, DHB,
Thanks
for
the
clarifying.
context.
Aw. That's kind of sweet.
There's a smell I smell every once in a while, and I can't even describe it. But when I do smell it, it's the same smell that I smelled when my mom had a car accident when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
And you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I smell it,
Is it like because it's the airbags?
oh, dude, this was way before airbags. Are you kidding me?
They didn't
We were-
have airbags then?
We were lucky to have seatbelts back then.
Jeez. Okay.
I mean, this is 45 years ago.
Well, I don't know. I feel like airbags have been around forever.
Oh, dude, you had bench seats. You just slide around, no seatbelts. You got 5 dudes in the front seat. Like, it was all hell was breaking loose back in the day.
Okay.
And now they make you wear your seatbelt because, there are people in big white trucks that go at a high rate of speed around you.
And wait till the last second to break.
Who are you speaking of?
We'll be right back. Big Savage and Ramon Foster next on 104.5 The Zone.
Okay, speaking of big white trucks, maybe you want one. Yeah, maybe you want a Ford F-150 like my big white truck. I love it. And guess what? Two Rivers Ford, that's where I got it. And now they're offering employee pricing for absolutely everybody. So you pay what they pay on almost every new Ford on that lot. And at Two Rivers Ford, what you see, always what you get. They don't add in expensive accessories or tack on service packages just to make the price higher. They're upfront. Two Rivers Ford is honest every single time, and they've been locally owned and operated for over 40 years. Home of the non-commissioned sales team, and now they are offering you employee pricing. No better time to buy American, and of course, no better dealership than Two Rivers Ford. They're awesome there. Locally owned and operated, I mentioned, and now home of employee pricing for all. From America, for America, that's Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
What's up, y'all? Big Slay here, and Kellum Stem Cell Institute is where I went today to go and set up my consultation to go and get, yes, a little hit of the secret sauce. That's my body, my cells, my solution can be your body, your cells, your solution. That's what's going to do the healing, to get the inflammation out of your body. Next Tuesday is what I have set up to go on and go get a direct hit and redeployed where I need the inflammation gone, and it works immediately. I got my knees and my shoulder lined up, and I am ready to get to it. I sat in there, went straight back, not a long wait time, probably 4 to 5 minutes. Talked to Dr. Kellum. He walked right in. Staff was great. I sat down, we caught up because we've been working with each other for a few years now. And you know what? He said, I got you. Don't even worry about it. We see you next Tuesday, going to get scheduled, boom. And it's in and out, and you're ready to go. So don't let congestive heart failure, lung issues, autism, arthritis, anything when it comes to inflammation just deter you from being back healthy the way you want to. 615-850-4415. That's the number, KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
3 at 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty on Davenport with you. Slay Dog will be back tomorrow for what he likes to call Friday. Let's go to one of our colleagues, Big Savager, Ramon
His
Foster.
bro.
Yeah.
Like real bro.
Every time we say this, Ramon, people are like, wait, what? They are really brothers? Yes, they are really brothers. Ramon and Slay are really brothers.
Yes, we are. We go through this a lot, man. And what's crazy, I think it's just because in today's world, man, and just in general, I think culturally, people are like, that's my cousin, that's my kinfolk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my cuz, you know, and we all are in a sense, but like legitimately, same father, you know? So I listen to him lately complaining about his knee and stuff. All I'm thinking is, some of this stuff can be genetic, and I'm really hoping that it passes me by.
Wait, how much younger are you?
I am 39. Savage is what, 42, 43?
Yep.
He's got me by, I think,
3 or 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years. And our other brother, Renardo, got me by 18 months. And then I got another brother, Rodney, that got us by 19 months. Let's just say Pops was busy, and we've all broken that chain. Let's just keep that real, okay? No, not too many kids in different places. I'm just saying, I'm a realist with a lot of stuff, Babsy.
Well, y'all are awesome. I love all the brothers. Is Renardo's in
Louisville?
Louisville, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I worked a Louisville game, and I was like, so Slay, I was driving in late at night, and Slay was like, oh, if you need anything, you know, brother's there. I was like, oh, that's right.
I always joke that Renardo doesn't really exist because I've never seen him. I've never met him.
We met him at the wedding.
And y'all talk about him all the time.
Man, it's because he's the quiet, calm one that kind of when he speaks, we listen almost in a sense. So what's funny is it was me who was the more wild child because me and Nardo grew up together. So I was the more wild child, and I got Nardo to come out of the shell a little bit more, but college also helped a whole lot too. And when we both were in the NFL at the same time, it was cool to party with. You know, it was a lot of that type of stuff to where we got even closer. And when Ron would come back from overseas, we'd all hang together. Or it was all 6 of us together. We go to Atlanta. We did California. We just, every summer, man, just kick it because how awesome is it and how rare is it that you got 5 professional brothers, you know, from the same dad. So
I mean, that's
incredible.
incredible.
Made sure. Yeah, and I was a facilitator of it, man. When I got more busy or got married, you know, there's a lot of stuff. I was just like, yeah, it's time to focus on family a little bit. But we've been saying we're going to try that again.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to get everybody together.
Well,
even if it's here in Nashville.
Pops played at TSU, right?
Yeah, played running back, man. I'm like 6'4", 220.
That's a big running back.
But listen,
who was his coach? Was it Big John?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, oh, man, that's incredible.
It was, man, a legend in his own right over there. But one of those things where that's why it's important to get your education. I ended up getting injured in training camp with the Raiders and never really came out of that one. So everybody's had their cup of tea as pros in a sense. So it's kind of cool.
Are you taking a walk on a greenway or something? Like, what is going on here?
I am. I'm getting my exercise in, man. I'm committed. So by the time I hit 40, I look like a different person. So I got January of 2026 when I turn 40 to get this football weight off of me.
Dude, you've got till 50, man. You got another decade. Don't worry about it.
Mayor, they say you got to get it before 40. Let's let him back. See, this is why guys' advice is bad for one another right there about there. Remember, like, another big T-bone. We're all right.
Yeah.
Oh, Mayor.
That's right. Big Savage, Ramon Foster with us every Thursday at 5:20. All right, let's go back to your playing days when you were with the Steelers. What was scheduled day like for you? Like, did you pay much attention to it? What were you looking for first? The bye week, who you're playing first week? What were you looking for?
That first game, primetime games, and then bye week. Those were most important to me because I enjoyed those primetime games. It's late at night. You get a little bit more rest as this big truck goes past me. You get a little more rest, but it's also the mindset that, like, there's no other show on TV. There's nothing nobody else is watching, and they picked you to be a part of this. So I always took pride in getting at least 4 games because we won a lot. And then that's also where you get your notoriety from. If you're trying to be a guy, like you go dominate a guy in prime time or beat a big time team or you win a rivalry game, one, I think it does a lot for you as it pertains to your team's confidence winning in prime time because there's a lot of pressure. Some guys fold in those moments where they get nervous of what the lights look like, if they're going to make mistakes. And Coach Tomlin used to make us be in a mode to where if you think you are an A player, you show up tonight. And it was an event. Like, everything about it was an event. And that's why I was hoping the Titans got one or two of those games in Nashville. Can you imagine what Monday night, Sunday night football would be like in Nashville?
Hey, you talk about that. I mean, Keith Bulluck, Mr. Monday Night, you know?
Yeah.
That's where he got that nickname.
3 interceptions against the Saints on Monday Night Football.
Balled on Monday nights, yeah.
But you know what's crazy is the same thing as Mr. Monday Night, Keith Bulluck. Coach Tomlin always tell a story about an undrafted linebacker out of Kent State that was touched 6 times, and he had one hell of a game on Monday Night Football with 2 sacks, a fumble return, an interception. That was James Harrison. That was the legend of him being born on Monday Night Football. I forget who it was, but the way certain coaches think that up to have guys rise to that occasion, and also in those moments too. I don't think teams surprisingly play in Super Bowls and are ready for the big show. You're primed because of those primetime games, and that's kind of what the director, I guess, said from the NFL too. You do have to earn those by being good. They don't just hand it out to anybody. And honestly, hearing the audio of it, because Will read it this morning.
Yeah.
But hearing the audio of him say that was kind of just like, well, if Tennessee wants a primetime game, then dang it, win more football. And that was kind of humbling, to be quite honest with you. If I was Coach Brian Callahan or anybody in the front office that heard the league office representative say that, I'm pissed. You change the way you think going into training camp. It's basically the league said you're not good enough for prime time.
Yeah, okay, so we have that, Ramon, for anybody that didn't hear it, because when you read it, you're absolutely right. It looks different when you read it and then you hear it. I mean, either way, I think it's bunk, but here's the actual audio from Mike.
North. Yeah,
it wasn't intentional. I mean, you know how this works. We've got probably a dozen schedules in front of the commissioner in that last week. Some of those had the Titans on Monday Night Football. Some of them had the Titans in the TBD pool for Saturday for the NFL Network. It wasn't a conscious effort going in maximum 0 Titans primes. It was more about a mixture of all the rest of what has to go into the soup. You don't draft your way into prime time. You play your way into prime time. So,
I mean, the only problem with that is what Babs keeps coming back to, Ramon, is that the Falcons have 5 primetime games.
Yeah, I think a little bit more in the article was the storylines too. That play a part in it. And the Titans really don't have that much of a storyline. I saw what Jordan Schultz, I heard y'all talking about it earlier too. Mm-hmm. He had that tweet about Cam Ward and how the league deserved to have him on prime time. And I looked at some of the fans' comments, and I said it this morning, but somebody who's a foreigner, not foreigner, but who's not privy to Tennessee Titans football said, well, heck, the only person they got anyway is Cam Ward. And I just dropped my head when I read that comment, dang, that is the national perception of the Tennessee Titans. Yeah. I'm thinking about, where's Jeff? Where's Tony Pollard? Where's Calvin Ridley? The guys that we talk about every day, nobody would probably be able to tell you who Chig was outside of Nashville. So that's why, to me, I will say this, having Cam Ward and the belief this fan base having is because I think quarterbacks can make stars. I think quarterbacks raise the valuation of your team and just the eyes and the necessary need to want to be a part of it, because I said it before. Kansas City wasn't a joke to me, but the Chiefs became more prominent when Andy Reid, a name coach, and Patrick Mahomes became a thing. I used to laugh at when I looked at the schedule, the Buffalo Bills game. I knew they would fight tough. I knew it'd be hard to, beat them with their crowd. But the Bills were a joke to us as far as our scheduling goes. But now that's not the case. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Houston at that point. C.J. Stroud, the quarterback does a lot for you. And I think that's why a lot of this fan base is hoping Cam Ward become the guy.
What's the lowest number of primetime games that you had with the Steelers in your time there?
If I can remember, Babsy, we always had 4. I don't think it was a year we didn't have 4.
Yep.
Now,
That's what winning will do.
Yeah, and guess what? A year, don't even know who in the hell is going to be the quarterback, Babsy. Guess how many they got this year? 4.
4, yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, Steelers and Cowboys are always going to have primetime games just because of the way, I don't know, fans became fans, right? Because, like, back in the day, if you're old enough, like living in Nashville, for example, the Cowboys were on every weekend and the Steelers were on every weekend. So there are a lot of markets that are like that where there are just Cowboys fans everywhere and Steelers fans everywhere. So it made sense and had to be fun playing for that organization for sure.
Well, it's not a non-football side of it, too. We talk about all these networks and streaming services we pay for. What the NFL also did not say is they also have to appease their buyers. Netflix doesn't want 2 bad teams. Paramount doesn't want 2 bad teams. YouTube, or Prime TV. Bezos is putting a crap ton of money into this investment of trying to stream, right?
Yeah.
And the NFL is basically telling us that because the Browns, Titans, and who else didn't get a prime time? Browns, Titans,
Saints.
and Saints. Bad ball teams. And that right there is what it's showing, too. But besides the non-football business stuff, I also planned out who I was going to be going up against. When do I get Geno? When do I get Calais?
Okay, yeah.
When do I get the
I love that.
Those things go into it. Like, where's Aaron Donald on this schedule? Where's the Denver Broncos defense on this schedule? Oh, my gosh, we got to go to 49. It's like, those are the types of conversations we'd also have, too, is have your mind right because we got Baltimore, we got Cincy, then we got to go to San Francisco. And, those are the conversations that even Coach Munch will walk into the room and say, fellas, this next 6 weeks, have your mind right. Hand your wife the credit card, and we got to be all about football. We don't need any outside distractions.
Your wife the credit card.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, because it's a real thing. When you got a schedule of 2 division games, and then you got the Bills when they're good. You got the Rams when they're good with a great defense. And then you come back with Cincinnati, and then you also got Cleveland that you got to have, too. Like, coaches will tell you, there's no time for your outside distractions. Whatever you got to do, pass that credit card off, kiss them babies in the morning, and we're going to spend a whole lot of time inside this building to get at least 4 out of these 6 games.
That's awesome.
How much do you think there's an advantage maybe for a first-time rookie quarterback making his first start? I know they say it's a competition, but, we all know Cam Ward will – as long as he's healthy, he's going to be the guy in Denver. Do you think it actually helps to go on the road and away from whatever distractions may be here?
Man, I think all of it is the same for a rookie quarterback. The best thing that he needs to be able to do, Cam Ward, in my opinion, is to use his natural giving ability before the league catches up with it, before he has to make an adjustment. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's a magician with the football, do those things as safe as you can without turning the football over. That way, teams haven't found out what your secrets are. Teams don't understand how you play and your quirks of your game. And, hey, he's not going out of bounds when he runs towards the sideline. He may be a guy that is, extending plays longer than you think he should. Or before you realize, not that he does, but he only rolls out to his right side, fellas. So let's bottle him up and move him to his left. There's a lot of that stuff. So for rookie quarterbacks, that's what I feel those guys have to be able to do, especially the ones that have a dynamic playmaking ability more than anything. It's those types of things that's going to make them successful. The crowd shouldn't matter. Honestly, the home games, man, they can be a little nervous because, that's your group right there. As opposed to the away game, mentally, y'all know how I always say this. We play tricks on ourselves with how important or how much a team hates us or loves us and stuff, though, So it's easy, I think, to be just a little bit focused on the road because nobody's for you and you don't feel that pressure of the home crowd wanting to see greatness.
Ramon Foster with us. You can catch Ramon with Will every weekday morning, 6 to 10 on 104.5 The Zone. What about you mentioned the bye week is one of the first things you look at. Huge advantage to have that right in the middle of the season, right?
Yeah, it is. I hated it in the first 4 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
And think about this. Last year for the Titans, they had their bye week at week 5 after the Monday night game. They didn't get another break. So all the injuries that you have, you don't have time to breathe. And then you got to figure out how long can guys go before you got to start sitting them out of practice. And if the team has a bunch of injuries, where's your cohesion at as far as like the rest of the team? And it's because last year the Titans didn't have a Thursday night game, so there wasn't a mini bye. Say what you want to about like practice times and taking time off and all that type of jazz, but having 3-4 days off from that mini bye does wonders for you. So if I got it early, we need to have like a week 12 Thursday night game so we can get that mini bye.
Well, and then you have the bye week surrounded by 4 home games too. Like, so they actually don't go on the road for like 6 weeks or something.
Yeah, because last year, man, I'll be quite honest with you. I felt like we had no rhythm to the schedule last year. We would be away, then home, away, home, away, home. Like it was, you couldn't settle in as a team, and it's inexcusable. There's no excuse that can be made to make you feel better about it. It's just one of those things that you like to have a flow to the season. But also this too, if you win, none of that matters at all. But you do want to be able to have stretches at home to where you understand what the home crowd is for you, what it takes to win, because you got the crowd behind you too. And last year with the Titans, when it got bad, it looked worse on the road too, because it was just like, well, just get us back home. You know, and I've been in that spot before too as a player where, man, they're not for us. We're about to lose. It looks bad, and hell, we got to go home and watch this tape all over again. And coach is going to rip us a new one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, okay. To your point about the schedule and a rhythm. I mean, even though the Titans don't have any primetime games, guess what? All of their games are, within the same time frames every single week. Like, exactly what's coming, right? Does that help?
Yeah, it should help. The young guys. I think one of the better parts of this season for Cam, because I know he's mostly his focus, is the first 2 preseason games are on the road. So one of the best things you can do is understand the flight plan, when you need to be at the airplane, where's your seating at on the airplane, and just how to operate on the road, too, because there is a lot. A lot of guys can be distractions on the road. They want to go to dinner. They want to go to the mall. You see some dudes, man, coming back with not Coach bags, Chanel bags and Louis Vuitton bags and Bloomingdale's from where they went shopping and stuff. And you got to be a pro to be like, look, nope, I'm in my room. I'm watching tape. Where's my offensive coordinator at? Or, look, I'm just going to sit in a room and get off my feet for a while. So if he can figure that out as early as he possibly can, the better it'll be for all of them, because being in the NFL is a luxury, and not just that. It's a lot that comes along with it that guys who are 7, 8, 9 years in the league, they got a routine down because they've been around so long. You as a young fella, you not afford to go and pick up a Louis Vuitton or Chanel bag for your girl or nothing like that. It's best for you to just be cool and get your reps up.
Be cool, get your reps up. There he is. He's Ramon Foster. Ramon and Will, her weekday mornings from 6 until 10. Big Savage, get that walk in, man. I love it.
No doubt, man. Just logged 2 miles. By the way, it'll be myself, Zach Line, and Stoney Keeley tomorrow. And, of course, we'll have Brent Hubbs come on in his regular slot. Savage should be back in his regular slot. And we'll have Titans legend Portland Finnegan in studio with us for the whole 8 o'clock hour. Man. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Finnegan.
That's awesome. Love Portland, man.
Oh, man. I haven't seen him in forever. That's awesome.
Hey, we talked earlier this week, and he's wanting to get in badly, so I feel like you guys would be good to have him on, too, by the way.
Yeah, I love Finnegan.
Yeah, I mean, he used to, when he was playing, he did a lot of shows with us. Player show wise. So
Shoot, he would be him and Michael Griffin were during that time frame were my go-tos in the locker room too. I always knew they'd talk to me.
Yeah. Oh no, he'll be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So that's 8 to 9 in studio tomorrow. Cortland Finnegan.
Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
That'll be great.
I'll be in the chat, brother.
All right, for sure. I'll see you guys, man. Love you guys. Be
Love
safe.
you. Later. There he is, Ramon Foster.
Savage.
How about that, Zeph? We did it twice in one day. Dial tone Thursday here on 3HL. Oh, my
How'd
God.
that happen?
That was nowhere close, Don.
What? Yes, it was.
No,
I just threw something in the
It
trash.
hit Mayor's backpack.
Yeah, it wasn't close. So, you know what?
I just saw that Rafael Furcal got arrested. Did you see that?
I did. I did not read the details.
For what?
Speaking of missiles, that was listed.
He threw a missile in a car. He threw a missile in a car.
I'm sorry, like a real missile?
Or what Don just did to me. I mean, he got arrested, so.
I'll have to look up the details. We can talk about it when we come back.
Hit that when we come back.
That's what she. Anyway, bye. We'll be right back. History had the gold rush, then came the oil boom, then the tech boom. But right now, we got the Wi-Fi boom, and the Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Streaming, booming. Gaming, booming. Video calls, booming. Even when your boss schedules a meeting, that definitely could have been handled on email. And now you can get Xfinity Internet and mobile together all in one plan. It is the ultimate power couple. Wi-Fi Power Boost from Xfinity Mobile gives you faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds at home and on the go, so your Wi-Fi is booming wherever you are. Now through June 23rd, new customers can get 400 megabit Xfinity Internet with free equipment and unlimited internet data, and get one unlimited 5G mobile line included, all in one plan, all for $40 a month for 1 year. So whether you're working, watching, or paying for Wi-Fi Gold, one thing is for sure, Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Visit Xfinity.com to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees are extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of data usage. Data thresholds vary after 1 year. Rate increases to $110 a month. After 2 years, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
All right, let me tell you what else is booming. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. They are awesome. If you need new windows and or doors, go schedule an appointment, a free consultation with them, because they will take care of you. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. You can call them at 615-249-1910. You can stop by one of their showrooms. They've got two of them, one in Hendersonville on 256 East Main Street, and then one in Franklin, which I've gone to the one in Franklin a bunch of times, and it's amazing. 277 Mallory Station Road in Franklin for that showroom. So you might be surprised to learn about how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors, and even more affordable with the Dawn deal. Kind of fun because we just do a different one every month. And so for the month of May, 50% off qualifying installations and 0% APR for 36 months. Ask for details. Go check them out. Pella celebrating 100 years in business. Schedule a free consultation online. Ask about the Dawn deal. PellaNashville.com.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport. Slay Dog will be back tomorrow. He's out there speaking.
I will not.
Okay. Wow. With authority, yes.
Announcement, no.
From the mezzanine. No, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Not today.
No, I am taking the day off to get ready for a 5-year-old birthday party.
What are you going to have?
I know you're jealous. I know you're all jealous.
Didn't you have a mermaid over there one year?
Moana's coming.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Who did she say when I asked who her favorite princess was?
I don't
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas, yeah.
We didn't even meet Pocahontas at Disney. Like, I have no idea where the heck Pocahontas came from.
Her favorite sport is hockey, and her favorite princess was Pocahontas, who you didn't meet in Disney when you just went.
Also, we haven't watched that movie in forever.
I also guarantee if you ask her the same questions today, she'd give you 2 different answers.
Yeah, because while we were at Disney, her favorite princess was Tiana. And then on the airplane coming home, her favorite princess was Ariel. So it's been somebody different every time.
So you just had to pick one and go with it.
I mean, see, she's an actress already. She's already lying on the mic.
How do you rent a princess? Like, what is that? Some.
Well, I just texted Moana and she said she would come to the party.
Yes.
So
yeah, sorry, Babs.
don't ruin the magic. Listen.
Same way
Last
you
year,
get Santa
Ariel
Claus to
came.
come down.
What'd you say?
Last year, Ariel came.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
just gotta ride
It's
him.
the same way you get Santa Claus to come, take pictures at the mall.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's true.
you got to let him know. Schedule him.
3HL bingo card. Weird things heard on the show. I did write one thing down. I burned my hair.
About to burn it again. Missed a spot.
Watch out for your wire to your headphones.
Dude, I got this.
Oh, yeah. I feel real good about this.
You already burned your hair once. You're not giving us much reason to have confidence in you.
Yeah. I don't have confidence in Rafael Furcal. What did he do?
Okay, fill us in. Is it a real missile?
Former Major League Baseball player.
That's correct. So here is the headline for those that missed it.
The headline is what got me.
So Rafael Furcal, a 3-time Major League Baseball All-Star shortstop, turned himself into the Broward County Jail to face 2 felony charges on Wednesday. Broward, sorry.
Florida.
Furcal, 47, of Weston, is facing charges of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and throwing a deadly missile into an occupied vehicle for an incident that happened on Monday, court and arrest records show.
So many questions.
Throwing a deadly missile?
Like,
he just has one sitting at home?
Yeah, I thought
sitting
you had
in
to,
his car?
I thought you had to launch a missile.
So here is what actually happened. So the former
Deadly
Brave
missile. I would think any
infielder-
missile is deadly. Like, I don't need the word deadly in front of missile.
So the former Brave infielder facing a pair of felony charges apparently hit a truck driver in the hand with a rock as he was being attacked with a knife. Although official details of the incident have not been released by authorities. Under Florida's statute 790.19.
Thank you.
Quote, a stone or other hard substance which would produce death or great bodily harm is considered a missile.
Okay.
And now, if you put it behind a
Florida's
Major
weird.
League shortstop arm, I could
that's
see why
definitely a
that could
missile.
be considered
Yeah, but he's
a missile.
47. I mean, he's had to have lost some gas off that missile throwing.
Bet you can still throw harder than most people.
Okay, I'm kind of disappointed
So-
that it wasn't a real missile.
The other part of this story,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you need to clarify that in the report.
Yeah.
You can't put missile in the
My
report.
man threw a
Come on,
rock. Like,
Florida.
what are we doing?
So the other part of this story is he was dropping his son, Rafael Furcal Jr., off at school. He's a freshman on the some college baseball team. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. He's a freshman on a college baseball team. So he's dropping his son off at school. I guess his truck driver tries to attack him with a knife, and so he picks up a rock and throws it at him.
Well, why is the truck driver attacking him with a knife?
That's a really good question that this story did not answer.
So the truck driver throw a knife, then turn around and come back, and then Furcal threw the missile rock at him.
I mean, is
Or
this
the truck driver,
self-defense?
or the truck driver was Furcal is the one that got arrested with 2 felony charges. So did he throw the rock first and then the knife came out? Did the knife come out first? Because if the knife came out first, it's self-defense.
Yeah. Then you can throw anything you want at that guy. You can throw a missile, you can throw a hand grenade, you can throw anything at it.
Are you with me that Florida does not need to be saying missile in an arrest report?
I have a question. Are you surprised this happened in Florida?
No.
I mean, everything weird happens in Florida.
Exactly.
They've got the Everglades there. Like, it's crazy over there.
Well, and also, I mean, the whole joke of like Florida man, just put it in the Google search and you're going to be amazed by
Florida
what
man
comes
is
up.
capable of anything.
Florida man arrested, and you will find some crazy stuff in Florida.
I really want to know why the truck driver had a knife and why they were at a school where a truck driver had a knife. Also, how big was the
why
rock?
is a truck driver at a school?
I just love that Furcal picked up a rock and threw it at him.
Makes you hey,
there's so many
shortstop.
questions.
That's a shortstop. He probably fielded it pretty nicely.
You think he threw a sidearm?
Had to.
Yeah.
I bet that thing was moving.
Oh.
It was like he was thrown over to
I don't
first
care
base
if he's
again.
50.
Maybe that's the problem. It's like what Coach Mack said. Furcal threw a piss missile.
So like a
That's
boxer.
what Nathaniel said. Deadly piss missile.
So you know how like boxers' hands can be considered
yeah.
like weapons because they're trained to fight. Maybe like his arm is.
Oh,
considered
Bruce Lee was famous for that.
Exactly. Maybe his arm is considered a missile launcher because he professionally threw baseballs really hard.
Bruce Lee literally couldn't get into a fight with anyone because his hands were registered as deadly weapons. That is true.
That is amazing.
Now, I think he did that on purpose, probably because, he's trying to expound on the legend part of him. But
Well, it worked.
Knock Drop said you need to add something to the 3HL bingo card. Quote, how do you rent a princess?
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Lethal Latin said, man, dude is living his Fortnite life in real life. Fortnite's got Star Wars now.
2 felonies, man.
I just want to know how big the rock was.
It had to be big. Listed as a missile.
There has to be video, right?
Baseball sized?
I need a video of this traffic camera or something.
Has to be video. There's cell phones everywhere. You can't do anything without being on video.
I mean, the guy thought he was okay, flashing a knife. He didn't realize there was a former baseball player that was going to pick a rock up and use it as a missile.
A missile.
Oh, man. Back at it tomorrow. It'll be me and Slay while Dawn gets ready for her 5-year-old birthday party coming up this weekend. And we've got a lot to get into, and we'll do it. Again, Cortland Finnegan in studio tomorrow morning with Ramon 8 to 9. And
I feel like he's been MIA for a while. That'll be a good visit.
I had heard that he wanted to get back into radio, and he'll be great at it. He's done it a lot. It's just, as you said, it's been a while. I keep seeing him at charity events, which you never hear about.
I have a pair of some really fancy shoes that was one of his businesses way back in the day.
Fancy shoes.
Yeah.
That's what it was called? Cortland Finnegan's Fancy Shoes?
No. I don't remember what they were called.
All right, we love you guys. I appreciate you including us in your lives and in your day. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Won't want to be unless you're the truck driver that got hit by a missile from the arm of Rafael Furcal.
Furcal wasn't a big guy, man. You can carry him around, put him in your pocket. Anytime a guy pulls a knife, he'll just pop out and throw a rock. See ya. Deadly missile.